Hello, everyone.
What's going on?
There's something I need to tell you guys, and it's big, and it's good.
You're gonna cry.
I want to welcome you all back to another season of
Legends only.
My name is not Reality Von Teese. It is T. Kyle.
And I'm Bradley.
And this is your weekly pop culture podcast where we talk about
Legends only.
bops, queens of pop, Addison Rae.
That's not true entirely.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
New year, same us. Take it or leave it.
Although I feel like we've had a little bit of a glow up in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, we have. Literally, we've gone to different places. Well,
You
I've gone
had
to
another
places.
year around the sun.
I did have a year around the sun.
Happy birthday.
Yes, I've been to Miami and back, and we've been to Stairs. No, not Stairs. We've been to, oh my God, just a flashback to Stairs.
we weren't the one on the stair. Oh my God.
Oh, no. We were at the Dickens, and somebody had an unfortunate incident on the stairs.
I wonder if they're listening.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. So it was your birthday.
It was my
Happy
birthday.
birthday to Brad.
Yes,
Welcome
I
to 35.
jumped off the plane at JFK, literally dropped off my luggage, and kept zipping over to the Dickens, where I was walking in to the table.
I get a text and it just says, I think somebody fell down the stairs. And I was like, what? I'll be there in 2 minutes.
It's also not funny, and I'm going
No.
straight to help, but he's fine. That we know of.
Yeah.
I sat down, and all of a sudden I hear, and I see a gay gasp and like lunge over the stairwell, and they're like, no! And then other people like clamor over. Ambulance, sirens.
If that's you, we hope you're okay.
Yeah, we hope you're doing okay.
Literally
but
been thinking about it all week.
Called over our friend, the cousin of Inna / Alexandra Stan,
Oh my
our
Queen of
favorite
Pop.
waitress.
Yeah.
She's definitely a Romanian queen of pop. We just don't know her singles yet. But she told me that he was fine and responsive and up again. I guess he was all right, but they still did a little checkout in the ambulance to make sure. But then your supersonic ears, when you got
I really
here,
do have supersonic ears.
you sat down. You know why we're gathered here today.
Yeah. So the person that was with him sits down and a woman turns and goes, is your friend okay? And he goes, oh, I don't know him. This was our first date. I hope he's okay.
Could you imagine like going through a severe medical trauma with somebody you literally don't know? I mean, I'm sure people have.
Been
I'm sure
there. Me
you
on
have.
Fire Island, college.
Receipts.
The trauma
Screenshots, yeah.
that my friends experienced from the one in college.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
still-
have traumatized several strangers.
Yeah,
and
that one was
friends.
bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how I survived that one, but
Yeah, that happens.
here. that one was. She's still got a dent.
Yeah. Yeah. You've only got 4 or 5 left. You got 9 lives, and you've dinged a few of them.
One of the doctors said that.
Yeah.
She was like, this is, if this happens again.
One concussed too many. You've concussed for good.
Yeah, I think I got funnier after, honestly.
She's going to knock her head into being a comic talent.
Dorinda slamming her head in the wall.
Oh, yes. Well,
Anyway.
thank you. Yes, it was my birthday. And it did make the tone a little bit weird at first.
Yeah.
But, so thanks a lot. But we got there in the end.
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. We are so excited to be back. We hope that you are having a good start to the year.
Yeah, well rested. I don't know if anyone's getting good sleep.
No, I'm not.
No, I feel like I'm not getting good sleep.
I think it's like the worry of the world a little bit.
No, for me, it's just because I was having a good time in Miami. But
Oh, and you got back and you're like, oh.
yeah, I'm just up thinking about it and looking on Zillow. But that's another story.
It'll be warm soon. It was warm today.
It was.
Don't worry. We'll be swimming off this island soon enough. Anywho, we have a lot to catch up on.
We
and
do.
so we are going to start off this episode with a rapid fire catch up.
Yeah, we asked you guys to tell us some things that you'd like us to cover that we missed in the 4 weeks?
No.
3? 2?
3.
Oh, it's felt like forever. 3-ish? Okay.
I don't know. I haven't taken a break.
Right, you really haven't.
We'll be talking about it more. But anywho.
Yeah, we asked you to tell us the biggest things that we've missed so far. We won't honor any of those requests, but we just did that to distract you. We're not actually going to...
Another broken promise. No, I'm kidding.
Broken promise.
Well, shout out to all of our supporters over on Patreon who left comments on this post. Shout out to you all. We do have a Patreon if you would like to support us. And we're going to start off with our Patreon subscriber submissions that you guys left on the post. Shout out to our Patreon Legends Only fans.
Yes. Thank you for providing the roadmap for this episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's starting. Let's go.
Let's go get into it. Rapid fire.
Sergio and Trevon would like to know about Ariana's return. We will be discussing that at the end of the episode in new music.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. And Michelle E. would like to know what we think about Gypsy Rose.
That whole thing really did happen while we were gone. Yeah.
Yeah, that
release,
entire...
receipts, screenshot. Yeah, all of that.
Central Park.
The
View.
Nick Vile's podcast. Just everyone's podcast, actually. Just, sort of rapid fire.
Well, here she is, everybody.
Here she is, our first guest.
Ariana.
My feelings can be best summarized in the hilarious Caitlin Riley. Do you follow her, the comedian on... Ooh. First vocal of 2024.
She's warming up.
Comedian of 2024. She's funny on TikTok. She does like the Wasp mom impression.
Oh.
Yes. You know her. You love her.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I did see this. Yeah. I saw that TikTok.
She did a TikTok called Every Interview with Gypsy Rose Blanchard this past week. And it completely encapsulates what I'm feeling, thinking. It's this, come on, Slay Queen. Tell us who your favorite Taylor Swift song is. And it's this.
Out there just living my life.
Are you slaying? I mean, except for your mom. It's just it's so crazy. People keep like making references like killing it. And they're like, oh. Or they're like, Karma, that's such a perfect song for you. When they were like, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song? I'm like, you're all insane. The energy around her is insane. I think people, well, there's definitely a parasocial relationship happening because a lot of people followed her story. The Act was really popular with Joey King. That became like a hit series.
I watched the documentary.
The documentaries. Yeah. Then she had the Lifetime special. She put out, I think, an ebook the moment she got out as well. People know the story. So I think there's a lot of energy around when she was released. There were release parties at gay bars because we are a very unserious people.
The countdown with the jail cell bars.
I think she should just reacclimate to the world.
Yeah.
Like
I find her kind of endearing.
I mean, her interviews have been very sweet in the sense of her, reacclimating to the world.
Shout out to Joy Behar.
If there is someone out there watching right now, please listen to me. Heed my words that you are not alone in this, situation. There are other ways out. I did it the wrong way.
No. Don't say that.
But I did.
You had no choice,
I did something wrong, and I paid my dues for it.
Oh, you mean that part?
Yes, the part of it.
Yeah.
That part of it. Yeah.
Where are you going with this?
No. So I did something.
Murder is wrong.
Yes, murder's wrong.
That part.
Oh, that part.
It's the most insane thing. It doesn't feel real at all.
The photos in Central Park when someone was like Katniss waiting to get called into the something like from, what's it called, from Hunger Games?
I mean, she'll be, I was listening to Race Chaser. She'll definitely be like a guest judge on season 17. She'll be, all of these promo opportunities are really happening fast and furious. She's going to get SpawnCon.
I mean, hey, she's rolling with the cards that she's been dealt. Why not? It's all you can do in life.
It is throwing me back to early 2000s, mid 2000s TMZ culture and like following her out of the shoe store that the first thing she did like was get a pair of shoes and
the fan cam edits.
It's giving me that kind of invasive paparazzi culture a little bit. I don't know. I mean, she absolutely has a story to tell and share. and like on a serious note about Munchausen's by proxy and all of that she endured. So yeah, she can definitely speak to that. But I think the response to it right now has just been like, so what have you been listening to in prison? And like, it's really a lot.
Did you watch the Salt Lake City finale?
Literally, that's what they're doing. Do you like Lana Del Rey? Is like the comments. I think everyone's insane. That's my take on it.
That is true, including me. Well, next, Mario Kiki would like to know if we are watching Drag Race this season.
I am. I just watched the second episode last night. I watched part of the first episode while I was in Miami, but it was my birthday. However, I spent that night with Morphine, and she has the same exact birthday as me. We both had a happy birthday.
Wow.
On January 5th.
Universe aligning.
It was a little crazy because, yeah, she was on the TV, then in front of me, and my birthday. It was cool. And she was kind of the bitch of the episode, so I love that I was with kind of the quote-unquote villain of the episode.
We love a villain.
Exactly. But there was much more of a villain on part 2.
Oh.
Miss Plain Jane from Boston.
I haven't watched yet. I need to binge watch, catch up.
Yeah. Interesting personalities. There was Charlize Theron was the big guest of the first one, and Becky G for the second one. Obviously, I was
Slay.
freaking out.
Also, Luann was on Canada's Drag
that's
Race.
right. Well, she pulled out those opera glasses.
Camp.
She did that.
I loved the one video where they're all giggling. She's like, "Oh, what are you laughing at?" I just can't get enough.
What are you guys laughing at over there?
Okay. Oh, Cameron P. would like to know what we think about In the Zone, Glory, Britney Jean, Femme Fatale being released in Dolby Atmos.
I have a question. Maybe it's controversial.
No, I have a very hot take on this.
Do we like Dolby Atmos?
No.
Okay.
It ruined Chromatica. I'm sorry to listen. I know that I just started music production. I'm not trying to shit on anyone else and the work that they do. I understand that it's a lot of work.
Okay.
But what they did to Chromatica was unacceptable.
It was so hurtful to you.
It was just like, why is this ping-ponging around my head? I don't need this.
It feels like they pull random bits and pieces of background into the forefront, and it's just sort of like, why?
Yeah.
And it is, spatial audio. So it's like...
Which works for certain things.
Yeah. It's cool in the sense you can hear new things you didn't hear in the music, but I would never actively opt to listen to those versions.
Yeah.
It's like a one-time play for me. So it's not ever been a selling point for me. I have listened to them in Atmos, all sorts of albums, and I'm like, all right. And that was that version.
At least they got rid of the alien glitch, though.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
because imagine that in Atmos.
Bring that to the forefront.
Look like haunted.
It's like me recording. I guess great if people like it, but I've never chosen to listen to Atmos.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry to anyone who makes it.
Sorry to Mr. Atmos.
Know what Atmos is fun with, though? Ambient music.
Oh, for sure. That would be great.
With an edible. Ooh.
I can see that hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not 1,000 Dubs.
Also, like, I know and love those songs by heart as they are. It's like demoitis where you're like, I prefer the original.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, happy birthday to Baby One More Time, the album.
Baby One More Time.
25.
She's 25, and that is hurtful.
Quarter life crisis.
Really, that's a big number.
Did she get Atmos?
Oh, I don't know. That I would actually
doesn't even make sense because it's like
that I would actually like to listen to because I would love to hear what they pulled out of like the 98 recordings. That's cool at least.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, birthday for 25 and the new merch.
The stems of I Will Be There leaked.
Oh.
And there is like 20 takes of the vocal.
Brittany Houston. That is one of my
literally
favorite.
Brittany Houston.
Yes.
It's all the vocal takes that she did.
Well, I will have to listen to all of those stems.
Yeah. I would also like to just say on the subject of Britney, there are so many CD tracks that have not come to streaming yet.
That's true.
Can we maybe use those resources that we're putting towards Britney Jean towards like bops?
Trouble.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Quicksand exists.
Yeah. There's many that have not been digitalized.
I would rather stand in Quicksand than listen to Britney Jean in Dolby Atmos.
Like Quicksand.
Oh, Austin would like to know what we think about J-Lo's new single, Can't Get Enough. I listened once and that was enough.
You could. Yeah, I would say that was enough.
Although I will say, you guys, for our Patreon subscribers, let me know if you actually want me to do this, because I will do it like I did with Renaissance. I will take an edible and I will live listen to the new album when it drops, and I will film myself on video and post it on Patreon.
Yeah. So let him know. I will say I will probably watch, because this is going to be a visual. I will watch the visual.
Well, when you can't sing.
If I had the luxury of getting 8 hours of sleep recording my album, I would.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm much more of a J-Lo stan than perhaps you. This was all right for me. This was just all right for me. Are we discussing it further?
No.
Okay, then I'll say, yeah, I understand the vibe of this album is going to be This Is Me Then, This Is Me Now. It's going to play on that album and that vibe.
Was this for a movie?
So that's the thing. It's going to be a visual. She made a movie out of this album.
Oh, because I was confused by why there was a wedding.
It's the video. Yeah, it's part of a bigger tale in this visual album she's created around this. But yeah, she made a very expensive looking visual for this, including Derek Huff and a bunch of men marrying her. She's making fun of her many marriages. Self-aware.
Beyonce is self-titled if you ordered it on Temu. Sorry.
There we go.
Oh.
There's also 30 variants of this album coming out on every single kind of vinyl color and CD shape, and it's that's ambitious. So
I need to make it my resolution to leave her alone in 2024.
Maybe so.
Because there's bops. I'm just teasing.
I think, was it Ira tweeted everyone's a J-Lo hater until On the Floor comes on at the dance floor?
Oh, that is 1000% a fact.
Yeah. I think people forget, overlook, or maybe don't think about the time that she reigned with the dance songs, like Poppy, On the Floor, that whole moment, 2011, Love, ? Such a good album.
Her debut album is so good.
Oh, yeah.
That video for If You Had My Love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, so fucking good.
Hypnotico, your fave.
Bop.
Anyway, we got enough.
That's the thing is, I feel like if she went back to the dance.
Yeah, right. I would definitely live. But I also don't hate it. It's just mid-tempo fine for me.
She could do Miracle with Calvin Harris.
Oh, I never thought about that.
She could do a trance bop.
Well, that
J-Lo, if you're listening, get onto the dance trend with
Waiting
BB.
for Tonight 2.0.
Oh, or an interpolation of that.
Yep. Ava, why haven't you stolen that yet, by the way?
That's the thing. I can tease, but I am a fan. So anyway, Mark would like to know what we think about the New York Times Gaylor op-ed and Taylor's response to it, or her team's response to it.
I was shocked that this even ran, because it was just another Gaylor stan rant about how it must be all of these indirect clues and signs are proof that she's giving us a hint that she's a queer woman. I don't know any other artist who has had to come out as straight so many times as Taylor. She's an ally. She has spoken out for gay rights, but she is not hinting at anything, in my opinion.
Same. Enough. Leave it alone.
It's giving me Larry. You remember that era of Harry and Louis from One Direction?
Who's Larry?
The ship name of Harry and Louis from One Direction was Larry, and the Larry shippers were rabid, dead set on this secret relationship. I will give you that the fact that she does Easter eggs, so therefore it isn't crazy to think she also plants clues about her personal life in other ways, but I don't know.
Yeah, the Easter eggs are from music.
I just think if you're on top of the world the way she is, biggest she's ever been, she could say whatever she wants about her life at this point, and that would be fine and accepted. If she wanted to, she would.
Yeah.
And if anything, she's pivoted harder hetero with this whole football era.
Exactly.
I don't know.
She's eating spicy buffalo wings and watching
hamming it up in the suite, watching football and going, going out with the wags, the wives and girlfriends of the football players. It's
that's what that stands for?
Mm-hmm.
WAG? Oh.
Wives and girlfriends.
I thought it was a playoff of hag, and I didn't really understand it. I thought it was like
some of them.
derogatory. I always thought it was like mean to say that someone was a wag.
I do find it sort of I find it a little derogatory that you're just like denoting them as just like the wives and girlfriends as a group, but also they get together in a gaggle. They go to the games together. So I thought it was fucked that they ran it. It seems like beneath a very reputable publication to just run Stan lore.
Everyone needs clicks.
It's so true.
It's
clicks
true though.
These days. So they knew that would go up in a big way. And then the team was just like, respectfully, no. Tree Payne wrote that response.
Just two emojis: the red X and then the pride flag, and then the puking emoji.
Just the man and woman holding hands emoji. Sent it to New York Times.
Her next tweet is just going to be puking emojis and the rainbow flag.
You're going to push her into
I'm
making
teasing.
an album called Straight.
Touchdown! My new album.
God, I don't know. Wishful thinking gone way too far, in my opinion.
You're a dreamer.
You're a dreamer.
You dream a lot in your sleep. Yes, you do. If you know, you know. Well, speaking of gays, Mark would like to know what we think about gays using traumatic historical events to describe mothering on Twitter. Mother planes, Kavantagon.
The gays between Gypsy Rose and now this trend of why can't gays compliment things in a normal way? There is a question of, do we deserve rights?
We do deserve rights. Are you kidding me?
Not to tweet that, but yes, I feel like we are one-upping each other to the point where it's getting so disrespectful. I can't. I did sort of like the early years of it where it was, you know, she went to the University of Covington and mastered in servology and like all. I did like that. Now we're getting into like, I don't know.
Like,
although I did just say like,
not.
yeah, investigating evidence of the Slaysurrection at the Kvanpadal.
The Kvanpadal?
It is funny.
Oh my God,
It's
speaking
funny.
of the Slayrection. Oh, what? Kvantarection. Speaking of your birthday too.
Yeah.
I was really
Narrowly
thinking
missed it.
about like, what would we do if your birthday was on January 6th?
People would ask me where I was. I'd be like, well, I was eating Fudgy the Whale.
You were like, I was at the Dickens.
I was at the Dickens. I know. Narrowly missed it by a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. What are you going to do? You can't stop the gays.
No.
Yeah. We can't just say something was good. We have to say that she ate and left no crumbs and she's
Devoured,
mothering. Yeah.
served, mothered.
What was the one that was like she filled the mother toilet? Something. It was so bad. She took a massive shit in the mother toilet and it clogged and now there's mother water everywhere.
Oh, who thinks of this? That reminds me of that scene in
Oh, now it's like taking off and it's becoming like a copy pasta. She took a massive shit in the mother toilet and it clogged and now there's mother water everywhere. Like all of the drag queens are using it.
You know what it is though about Twitter? Because I was doing a little bit of or X, whatever. The people that do these like crazy stan tweets that go wild, viral, they make money off of that
Yes,
now.
of course. She put Slayanaise on her burger, ate it, got Cavanteria, went to the bathroom and shit in mother toilet.
Not Cavanteria. Ew. Oh, Cavanteria. Who the fuck thinks of that?
I'm unfortunately there. I find that funnier, of course, than using the historical events, which gets very dodgy.
Yeah, that's wow. Well, New Year's Eve happened, and
Yep.
we got a Demita Joe shout out.
This was so unexpected because I didn't watch the full telecast, but from what I was told, Andy would make a pop culture reference and Anderson would be like, I don't get it, or
Yeah,
I've never
who?
seen that. But out of nowhere, thank you to Bo and Yang, who I think what happened is they were having a conversation about, does Janet deserve justice for the 2004 Super Bowl incident? Obviously, yes. I think, what was it, Bowen just said, like, stream Demita Joe?
Yeah.
And Anderson just became animated out of nowhere and freaked out and referenced an interlude and was like, the islands. I love the island. It was absurd. And of course, that was
The
like...
hen jumped out.
The hen really jumped out. I loved it. And yes, justice for Demita Joe on mainstream New Year's Eve broadcast. And wasn't there also like a lingering shot of two gays kissing at midnight? That people were like, oh.
Yep. The confetti went and it was just two gays like making out and it held the camera shot. Everyone was gay at the CNN thing, basically.
Wow.
As it should be.
They were making out at New Slay Eve and they really mothered that
Cavant
kiss.
Square.
Yeah. The sleigh was falling as they were swapping tongues.
Oh, well, speaking of Janet, she got fucked by the NFL and someone else got fucked in the Senate chamber. That also happened.
Yeah, that did happen. Senate twink. He really got fucked in the mother hearing.
We've all been fucked by the Senate.
It's true. It was kind of redundant in that way. Senate gay. Right. God, it feels like eons ago already. Time and place. Sucking dick and cock.
And you did it at my confirmation hearing. I just couldn't with the Instagram story.
Right, because he documented.
I get that people like to do the risky shenanigans.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you've got a exhibition kink, no bounds.
And that's fine. But like the Instagram story,
bold.
It
was, you were asking for it at a certain point because you can't, somebody's gonna screenshot that phone once and it'll go. I don't know what to say about it.
Me
except
neither.
I do find it amusing that all of these conservative men were watching a very barely censored twink in a jockstrap getting pounded.
And tweeting it out.
And it was like, I can see basically everything.
Yeah.
Like, and they're all, and I saw some of the tweets like, what's he wearing? It's like, oh, sweetie, it's a jockstrap. Welcome to gay culture. Damn. Wasn't helpful, I would say.
No. Where's that healthcare plan? Who's writing that? It's been 16 years. Where is it?
Where's that? I'm not certain.
Well, the gays have been running around everywhere because we also got Shelby and Dolly.
Yes. Which you ran with as well.
Oh, I did. I did do an ASMR of it.
Yeah. For those who don't know, obviously the holiday season resulted in some high tension,
stressful times
at the airport. And two homosexuales were at American Airlines having a dispute of some kind with the airline.
Remember your girls. The girls.
And you went and ASMR'd it to millions of people.
Actually, though, it like took off on Instagram. I'm like, oh no, 4 million people have heard me screaming and whisper.
This is your calling.
Is it?
You just have
whispering. Oh, I'm being silenced.
You basically are. Yeah, Shelby and Dolly. We need Shelby and Dolly to speak out about this.
You know what? This made me think of Nextdoor. You know the app Nextdoor?
The neighborhood app that you report things happening in your neighborhood.
That they're neighbors.
Yeah.
That there is like a group thread.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, there they go again. They're
Not
at it again.
Those two complain about everything. Probably. Yeah. I know we all have issues at airports. Things don't go our way, but this is all, they're going to use this audio when I do explode at the airport, but I just don't.
He didn't remember the girls.
Can't imagine getting to that level. But I say that now. Fast forward to me like losing out on my seat on the last possible flight out.
And then
screaming.
You see me run up to you. Remember your girls. Addison and Brittany. Remember the girls.
Oh, poor them.
Well, somebody else is going to be taking a flight soon from the UK to New York City.
Yeah, I hope she can store all her poppers.
Oh,
she does out on the town with Sam Smith.
I wonder what her first reaction was to the news that Sunset Boulevard is officially coming to Broadway, not sponsored, starring Nicole Scherzinger.
I'm delighted.
I'm so excited. Let's go.
Front row. We have always loved Broadway and musicals. #1 fans over here. We definitely do. I'm completely changing my tune for 2024.
I actually have a footnote to that statement.
Oh.
I've kind of like found myself singing things that are like very Broadway-esque. I don't know what's happening.
like Broadway songs? Or...
No, like I'll listen to an instrumental and I'll just be like humming along to it. And I'm like, oh, that sounded like a Broadway song.
Oh, so you're going to write and record your own musical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
I loved it. I love it. I think you should do The Rise and the Fall of the Pussycat Dolls in Broadway musical form. There's the story.
Ooh.
Ending in the court with Robin v. Nicole.
The girls. Coming to
Guilty.
Broadway.
And then it like slams the thing and the stage goes black. And then just gay men weeping when they're and holding the tickets that say like refunded.
Camp.
I think that would work.
Let's get a screenwriter.
But yeah, the Sunset Boulevard staging that went down wonderfully in the West End is coming to Broadway. Everyone I know who has gone DM'd me and they were like, you don't understand.
Same.
It's incredible. It's unhinged. She walks out in blood. That's all we know so far. That's all I want to know. Yes, I think we need to go. I think we should also watch the original film together and then go and see what we think. Because I have no context of the musical.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
But the movie is a classic. So
Oh.
we can watch that and then see how they interpret that movie for the modern age. And I'm happy for Nicole. I know maybe some other bandmates might not be.
We should try to have her on the pod to promote Sunset Boulevard, and then we can corner her in my apartment about reuniting with the Pussycat Dolls.
All she's going to do is say, ask Robin.
And
She's
I'll be like, she's right
Robin
here.
wanted to give me that extra 5%, then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
It's always the 5%.
It is.
5%.
She wanted that extra cut.
He takes that 5%. 5% can be a lot if the number is high.
You know, I mean, she was the lead vocalist and the only vocalist in some cases.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
So who knows?
Well, I'm excited to see it.
Me too.
Also, everyone prayer circle up for Burlesque. That is happening in Manchester. That has a similar fate.
Yes, we're hoping people love it and it travels over here and that we get some incredible stunt casting or just that Christina is in it. Really.
Yeah.
We just need her to be on Broadway.
So she can get a Tony.
Wait, yeah, she would want to do that.
Right.
Oh my God.
I have a prediction, and I think it's more just a dream, but the fact that she's including, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but like the fact she's including Burlesque.
Yeah.
In Vegas, there has to be a reason for that.
I hope there's a reason for that.
The musical premieres in Manchester in June,
Right.
which by then I feel like she's not there all year, right?
Voltaire?
Yeah.
Yeah, barely. She's only a few months.
So she's warming up for something.
She is.
She's practicing the songs
She is.
with a band, which is where, you know, they have those in musicals.
I've
There's
heard
like
of it.
the band and the orchestra. That's why it's called the orchestra, because you're with the orchestra.
Mhm.
I'm not that dumb. She could come to New York to do Burlesque.
We would be there every night.
I would work. I'd merch. I would
Sure.
do
Yeah, we would.
the drinks. Because the one theater at Sweeney Todd, the merch stand was like in the back. So you could just stand there and watch the whole thing.
No, I absolutely would.
I would do it.
Christina, come to New
I'm
York.
looking for a job, so I'll do it.
Burlesque merch manager.
Oh my God.
Would
Help
be
design
incredible.
it.
Oh,
I want to be up there. I want to do that.
honestly, wagon wheel with 2C sweatshirts for everyone.
I can't wait. I feel like it's going to happen.
I think so.
It has to come to Broadway.
Well, a few things could happen that will be exciting anyway. I think she's definitely going to see the play and at least attend it, if not perform in it. Like that's a given, I feel. She'll go there. But the better thing would be if it comes here and she's in it, obviously. There's a lot of good things that can come, I think.
Yeah. And I want a new album.
Well, that too.
So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, speaking of overseas and Europe, Eurovision.
Oh,
is
Eurovision's
back
coming. We've
this
got
year.
about 9 or 10 contestants, I think, declared so far. And it is exciting.
Ollie from Years and Years.
Ollie is
For
going to
UK.
be doing the UK. He hasn't unveiled the song yet.
No.
So the interesting thing about Eurovision is like sometimes they come out of the gate with the song. Some of the songs we know already, and some of them they keep them a surprise until they keep it close to their chest until close to the competition. I don't know exactly what the rules and why people do it the way they do, but yeah, we've got some already. Ollie's going to be the UK, and your girl,
Queen of Pop! Nutsa from American Idol. She ate Kylie up on the Idol stage, and now she's about to eat up all these other countries.
well, only one person has said that, but
I'm teasing, but no, she did good.
All the votes immediately leave for Georgia because of that statement.
I'm voting for her from our app now that we can vote.
Yeah, we can vote.
But I said it literally like when I was working Idol. I texted my boss. I'm like, she needs to do Eurovision.
Yeah, you did.
The U.S. audience does not get it. Like they want a country singer.
Yeah.
She has too much of like the it factor.
Right.
It's flying right over these girls' heads. She needs to do Eurovision.
Yes.
And now she's representing her home country in Eurovision.
That's pretty cool.
She did an interview. She doesn't have the song yet.
Yeah.
But it seems like she's hinting that it's going to be a dance song and not something
good
subdued.
That's what we want.
She did respond to my DM too.
Oh.
So I said, you have to do a dance banger.
Well, that's very exciting. We also have the Melody Grand Prix in Sweden. I would like to give a shout out to my girl, Margaret Berger, who had a very big song for Eurovision a decade ago called I Feed You My Love, and 2 great albums that nobody's ever heard. But she's got a new song called Oblivion that's in contention right now. We'll see. I mean, Sweden's always like excellent, whoever they pick.
The talent that comes out of there is just...
Yeah. I mean, the songs that go into there's the Melody Festival which like determines the Eurovision song. There's like 30 songs in there, and they're all like bangers that should be handed out to pop queens. It's crazy. We'll see what comes, but Eurovision, we might have to go.
It's in Sweden.
It's
I've
in
never
Sweden.
been.
It would be a delight. We could go see ABBA, knock on their doors.
Yeah, and the Avicii Experience Museum.
Yes. Yeah. Knock on Max Martin's door.
Hey.
Hey.
Do you need an assistant?
Yes, and?
It's so true, though. Like, Sweden just really is. Like,
it's like teeming with talent.
I need to go visit and take some water bottles home with me.
Yeah, whatever's in the water.
Yeah. Well, we also have some congratulations to give out this week.
Oh, do we?
Little pig, bitch. Peppa Pig's PP1 has officially gone gold.
Not a lot of girls can say that.
Really can't.
PP1 outsold many of your faves.
Whoever is fucking doing the Peppa Pig social media, they're leaning into like the adult, not like adults, but millennial humor.
They have to, because the kids probably don't see it. They're too young to be on that, hopefully.
Yeah, they're just like singing fucking Bing Bong Zoo. Yeah.
And Bing Bong Zoo is outselling
really
most of Katie's career. So...
Oh, that's right. She's going to be on it this season. Mrs.
That's
Leopard
right.
or whatever.
Mrs. Leopard is begging for hits.
I wonder if she's going to sing.
Oh my God.
And then Peppa could literally be like, I outcharted.
Yeah.
To Mrs. Leopard.
She's like a fledgling rising singer-songwriter, and Peppa's like, here's a hit for you.
Oh, wow.
Well, we'll see, Miss Leopard.
Speaking of other queens of pop, Hilary Duff, we talked about this last year, but my Hilary Duff home scent.
Oh, it's plugged in.
It's plugged in the wall.
It looks great. Very chic and demure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it smells good. It's subtle.
Yeah.
It's like a subtle mint.
They even hit you up on social.
Yeah, they did.
For your review that you did when you were taking a, quote, break from creating content or working.
Oh, yeah. I took no break.
No breaks.
I was like...
No breaks. Bus,
review.
Club, another club.
YouTube video, remix, megamix.
Yeah. And I was by a pool. But...
I'll get there.
You'll get there.
Creating is fun for me.
Yeah. Well, good.
So that's that. Also, hang on. If you guys, I know a lot of you have ordered because it smells good.
Yes, it does.
It's like subtleness. So they emailed me about being a brand ambassador.
Oh, shit. So you're going to get a code.
Like, oh, I don't know what that means, but yes.
Yes, a referral code.
So I'll let you guys know.
Oh my God.
Stay tuned.
Possibly saying sponsored next to Hilary Duff. That's exciting.
I mean, I'm just glad that I feel like has probably seen this.
Yeah.
And I made sure to strategically include shout outs to her music so that it would give her a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, she probably was like, ugh.
Send him a broken one.
They need to let the rain fall down, rain smell.
It's all there.
It's all there. If the home scent is off, then it isn't on.
I would even make like little jingles for their scents.
Oh my God.
Like, how cute is that?
That is cute.
Anyway.
Ideas for hire.
Not sponsored yet.
Not yet, but stay tuned, honestly.
Also, speaking of not sponsored, the Spice Girls are back with some new products, and I'm kind of obsessed.
Honestly, they did well with this.
The Royal Mail, which is the mailing service in the UK,
I have heard of Mail.
just released a Spice Girls collection that is overwhelmingly massive, almost too stressful because it's all so good and I don't know which ones to get.
Do they sell it as a bundle?
Bundles, minis, packets, books, embroidered. Like there's literally 40 different products or something. That's an estimate.
Yes.
But it's more than 12. Box sets, gold things, silver things, mini collections, wall hangings, actual stamps.
Yeah. And it even led Victoria to begrudgingly acknowledge the legacy, which was shocking to me, by posting her own fucking stamp and the other stamps, I think.
Yeah. I did look on the website. This seems to be like a legendary thing that they do in the UK. There's like artist collections.
Oh.
Kind of like in the US, they do like Snoopy or...
Yeah. Royal Mail, is it called like the special stamp issues is what it's called.
Ooh.
Special. Celebrating the UK's biggest ever girl group. Yeah, there's a presentation pack, platinum set. There's plenty. Framed, limited edition stamp book.
They're all so good.
It really is.
I think I've narrowed down to 2 that I'm going to get because they do ship worldwide.
Okay.
So, I don't know though.
It's really nice and very well done, which we always like in our pop queens. Yeah, but it even prompted them to acknowledge on socials, including Victoria. And then Mel B said something in an interview. She said, all 5 of us are going to do or say something very soon. But I feel like we've had too many broken promises.
Haven't we been through enough?
We've been through enough. The girls are saying Glastonbury. I just don't. That's been the rumor for many years. Maybe one year it'll finally happen. The legend slot at Glastonbury. We'll see. It's the only thing that feels right for the next possible 5-piece thing to do until they wait for their next 25th anniversary thing, I guess. But I don't know. I'll wait to see it. In the meantime, I used that opportunity to bully Victoria Beckham.
You sure did. It's
I accidentally went viral on her post. All he said was all 5 of you should like reunite and go on a global tour or something. I don't know. I just think that would be fun. I know it has like thousands of likes now. I feel not bad about that, number 1.
No, you shouldn't.
Number 2, it is frustrating. First, that Let Your Head Go is not on streaming.
Oh, yeah. We need to shout that into the void because if anyone's listening, Let Your Head Go by Victoria Beckham. We're calling for justice. Put it on streaming. Thank you.
I can't remember if our favorite justice seekers, pop activism, have tried. I'm sure they have. Same with Emma's, Free Me. Like, there's some albums and songs where it's actually maddening that they're not on streaming. They could have new lives on TikTok for all we know. You can't guess these things, which brings
Pop
up
textbooks amplified Let Your Head Go like a week or 2 ago on their, because we shouted out their Instagram account before.
Yeah.
At Pop Textbook. It's like one of the best Instagram follows. Anyone listening to this podcast, you will love it. Go follow them.
Yeah, it may or may not be a friend of mine, but it is not me.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. It's my
work.
It's my friend Beep. But yeah, it's not me. Some people did accuse it of being me.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this.
Yeah, it's just somebody who I am friends with. I don't know if it's even a secret. Whatever. I'm making it too weird. But like, it's not me. It's just somebody who also comes from the
Reality Von Teese.
Oh my God! Wait, that's
literally
not true. Exactly. I am Reality
You are
Von
at Pop
Teese.
Textbook.
I am at Pop. Wait, that's actually amazing.
Yeah, but they literally posted it like a week or 2 after we did our justice thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, it's going to see more people.
Yes. Yeah, I know. And we will be discussing Victoria and a song that did surge 2 decades later. If that's any inspiration to Victoria to get her fucking song up there, which I don't actually think it is. I think
it's not.
She doesn't want people to know. So
Power of 4 needs one girl more.
Needs one girl more.
Know what I was also thinking their announcement could possibly be? I could see them doing a mini Vegas residency or doing something in the Sphere or doing something with the ABBA Arena, like as the next UK act to do.
Okay. That's closer. Yeah.
I feel like we're going to get a new announcement from someone of like who's taking over after U2 does the Sphere, and also the ABBA technology I feel like there's going to be someone else that will.
I think that is probably the closest. I do think that they can do the Spice hologram tour and people would still go and it would be fun because they know that Victoria is such a no-show for these things. It's so hard to imagine her agreeing to go to a residency, but I can see the hologram happening. And that is the only way to commit her to the stage is in CGI form.
Yeah, but I mean, with ABBA, I liked that they did it while they're all still here.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like
and
then you can make it fun and playful and creative directed and
and they'll all 5 will go to the opening. Oh, I feel like this is very close to what it could be. For sure.
Oh my God, that'd be so fun.
It'd be like a really fierce premiere with all 5 of them, and Victoria will get to have her way by being there without being there. It would make sense.
All I want is to just feel the way that I did that moment in 2012 during the Olympics when those fucking cars were rolling around and then they transformed into the 5 branded images. And like, oh my God, I just gave myself chills. There was nothing better than that feeling.
No, that was the perfect reunion moment.
Anyway,
and it's been downhill ever since then, but
there's been highlights.
Some highlights along the way.
Anyway, I think it's time that we welcome back the first high fashion editorial of 2024, shall we? High fashion! So editorial.
Guys, this is awesome.
This is a billboard.
This is super high fashion.
Oh my God, that's so high fashion.
So high fashion.
And putting the editorial in high fashion editorial.
Oh.
I think somebody has some.
Oh, that's right. So I had my first magazine. Well, it's still just online, but they are getting back in print. Nylon. I did an interview with Amelia for her new song with Nathy Peluso, not to be confused with the former congresswoman. Some people are always
not former. She's still alive.
Yeah, but is she still actively in Congress?
Yeah.
I thought, so I meant former Speaker of the House.
Yes, there
former Speaker of the House. She's still there. Yeah. People often say, why are you making music and not creating policy? But that is Nathy Peluso, not Nancy Pelosi.
And they earnestly get it wrong, too.
Yes. I mean, it is a funny sort of almost name. But anyway, 2 Argentine-born queens maximizing their joint slay on a song called Jet Set. I spoke to Amelia briefly about the song, did a little video premiere with Nylon. Really love it. Love Amelia. I have not really talked about her on the podcast, but she's coming out swinging as one of the biggest pop girlies from Argentina right now. Argentina in general is having a moment. Love Lali as well. So yeah, I was excited about this opportunity because I really have been very down for Amelia. Her whole album campaign you would love because it's 2000s inspired and the visuals are all like out of a Game Boy game and it's very like razor phones, all of that. And all the songs are .mp3 at the end.
Oh, like the good old Kazaa days?
Yes. Yeah. So
AOL Music, first listen.
And she said in interviews she's inspired by Kylie, Madonna, and the Britney and J-Lo type of 2000s pop at the time. All the girls are referencing our girls now. It's
taste.
It is taste. It is taste. But yes, that. And I have an interview for my site, Mew Muse, coming soon with the legendary subunit of Sistar, Sister 19, that will be coming hopefully soon, maybe by the time this publishes. But if you know Sister from, there was a viral moment. They were featured on Family Guy. Their video was featured and Peter was like, what is this? And how can I get this into my life? It was like 2013 or 14. It was way before K-pop really crossed over. But they had a sub-unit, 2 of the 4 members, Hyolyn and Bora, and they had their own success. So they're making a comeback over a decade later. Spoke to them about it. That'll be up soon. But
does
yeah.
subunit mean like certain members of the group do a spinoff?
Yes, which is so cool and so not
like
what
Gem
we do.
with Spice Girls?
Like Gem.
Okay, got it now.
Yes.
Subunit. Oh, that's so chic.
It is. And they were not the first, but they were more new to the concept of it. It kind of started around the mid 2000s with like boy bands, I would say, but a lot of groups do it now. But it's a cool idea.
Dumb Blonde.
Yes, totally.
Subunit.
Mm-hmm. Subunit Dumb Blonde. Yeah, so watch out for that. As far as the high fashion, I believe we need to discuss somebody who we have not been able to discuss yet in just around the New Year's Eve mark. She made her debut as Voltaire Tina.
She's back.
She's back in a big way. We have the residency finally kicking off. She's taking over while Kylie went overseas to see family. So Tina stepped in with a giant dress.
It's like Hurt, the music video.
Yeah. She actually just had a Vogue feature I haven't read yet. It came out a day or two ago. They interviewed her about the residency and also the fashion for the show. A very high fashion feature to be in Vogue, talking about her looks, an elevated experience in Vegas. She cuts through a lot of the hits you would expect, but also some covers and burlesque songs.
Diamonds. The mixes are good. They always are. The intro.
She mixed in like some cool modern artists too, like in the dance breaks and stuff. I think.
Oh, Brie Runway. Yeah. And she was like shaking.
Brie Runway was shaking. She's very good with Tastemaker. Like, and I'll always say it with
Bionic was ahead of its time.
With absolutely no irony. Bionic was ahead of its time. Featured Le Tigre, Sia, Nicki. And these were times when they weren't big names, like Ladytron, all of
Facts
that.
are facts.
Facts are facts. She was the first main pop girly to feature Sia in that way.
That was an experimental record that will surpass time.
So we'll have to, I don't know. I maybe we'll make it out there. It is a schlep.
Yeah.
It's a commitment and it's an expensive one at that.
It is a very, I was looking at the tickets.
It's not like my little jaunts to Miami. It's more expensive.
I need to find a sugar daddy.
Well, if you wanted a sugar daddy, you should.
I don't need one.
You don't need one.
If I could find one, I don't know if.
What drink?
No.
So you're gonna throw your drink at somebody while you say that? Yeah, we do for Vegas trips. It's
That's
also
the thing is like Griff.
Yeah.
Just like running around with like the Louis bags
Yeah,
and the Birkins.
she's definitely
and
a sugar daddy.
right. Well, we should
Allegedly.
assume.
Oh, well, we'll see.
In my opinion.
In my opinion.
Why not?
Why not? Take a crazy
If someone
chance.
slid into my DMs and was like, "I'll buy you a table for Christina Aguilera, Voltaire, and cover your flights," I would go.
Yeah. Let's put that out into the universe.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. Life's too short.
Exactly. Where else are you going to spend that money, sir?
I know. We should
Give you
go.
my routing number. No.
Routing and account number, please. Agreed. Well, hopefully she'll extend this, and maybe one of those things where she just pops in and out throughout the year, which is cool. Like, and maybe we can time it so that we can go.
Yeah. Or does like Pride again or another one-off show.
Yeah.
She loves to do a one-off.
Yeah. I kind of like that sort of residency too, where it's like it's not a committed year. It's like they pop in for a few weeks and then leave for a few months. It gives you opportunity to maybe see it later in the year.
Mm-hmm.
Do that, Tina.
We also had the red carpet return
Ugh.
of a fave, the Mean Girls musical premiere, Lindsay Lohan.
The Lohan-essence continues.
And with Tina Fey.
Very sweet. Now, I wish the plastics were there. I wish all the plastics were there.
Same.
Like, let's do this properly. This is, the reboot, whatever we're calling this. The marketing for this movie has been insane. They've gone from musical to remake to it's kind of something in the middle. They don't know what to say about it. I've heard an array of responses from this was pointless, I don't know why this movie was made, to it's actually better than what people are saying, to it was worse than I thought. I guess we'll have to see it for ourselves. I don't know. Not in a huge rush to see it.
Yeah, I'm not in a rush either.
Renee Rapp is winning me over with her interviews lately. I kept saying this on the podcast. Everyone's like, who is that? I'm like, you're going to know her name because of this movie. The Mean Girls movie is going to be a big deal. She's very much carrying this. She is the star for sure.
She's kind of Kavan.
Oh, yeah, she is.
She's got an attitude and I like it.
She definitely has an attitude and a voice. She's got a great voice.
Yes.
So if nothing else, this is a vehicle for her. And it's interesting because Katie, like Lindsay, was the main girl of Mean Girls, but this one is about Regina George, really, and Renee being Regina George. So interesting. But anyway, Lindsay Lohan arrived for the premiere in Alexandre Vautier. I think I said that sort of right. She was mothering. She filled the mother toilet.
She really is mother.
She
now.
is an actual mother.
I'm just going to say this. I stand by what I said when I said that Lindsay Lohan is going to get an Oscar.
Oh, right. You did say
as
that.
a mother. Like, it's going to be a role when she's in her 40s and it's going to be a mother role. I'm just so excited and happy for her.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's really rooting for her, and she's really, really just like thriving right now, and all firing on all cylinders. Personal life, professional life.
She just looks beautiful and happy and relaxed and like,
very happy.
Also, shout out to Christopher Buckle.
Oh, did the hair?
Makeup.
I
need someone to teach me how to look like that as a redhead, because I am so red in the face constantly. I get comments about it all the time. And Lindsay has like because we're the same color, like we're the same skin tone.
Translucent.
Yes, basically. But like, look how white I am, like here.
Uh-huh.
She is that same color, like
so
everywhere.
It's just a powder.
It's like, I don't know what it is.
I'm sure it's a powder.
But I need to figure out how I can do that. I'll just DM Christopher Buckle.
I think you should.
Let's do some glam.
Let's do some glam.
Teach me how to look like Lindsay Lohan.
Honestly.
I want her complexion as a fellow ginger.
You might also want to check if she's done one of those Vogue Get Ready With Me's. You never know.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if she has, but.
Because the one actress from Jurassic World, the redhead, who was also in Black Mirror, what's her name again?
Jurassic World, who was also in.
She's like the really hot redhead.
Why? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Same. And it's
Bryce Dallas Howard.
There we go. Same thing with her. She has like a beautiful redhead ginger complexion.
She does.
And she explained it as she doesn't go in the sun ever.
Okay, well that helps. Also SPF, tinted SPF helps.
Oh.
Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Anyway, that's a me problem. Next.
It's a you and Chucky problem.
He doesn't have to worry about wearing SPF. He's plastic.
Yeah, he has a gorgeous porcelain skin. That's true. Yeah. Anyway, what were we saying?
Gowns, beautiful gowns.
Great gowns, beautiful gowns at the Golden Globe Awards.
Get a good lawyer.
You know,
burlesque one of those ones.
That's true. So it is one of the award shows that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were some looks. Taylor. Now I'm confused because right.
I know I'm gonna get shit for this.
Oh,
the green I thought was a serve.
I saw people saying Reputation green, and I was like, I thought Reputation's black, and that the Taylor Swift debut is green. Now I'm confused about which colors represent which albums, but they're saying like green snake.
Oh,
so they're thinking that's a hint again, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure
a slake.
Many. She was swimming in Mother Lake
too.
Right. I'm trying to think of the other fashions that I like. I believe Hunter Schafer in that gorgeous flowy dress was that award show. Oh, I mean,
I feel like the monologue overshadowed everything.
Yes. Joe Coy got his ass handed to him on socials for being a bad host or a comedian, whatever. Margot Robbie, once again, stole the show. She is committing to the Barbie bit to the very end, which I absolutely love. She did another vintage. I think Armani did it.
I'm excited for the Oscars one.
Oh,
you know, she's probably holding the best for last.
Oh my God, that's true, actually.
Now, I saw that there was some drama with like where they were nominated.
Oh, right.
Is she Best Actress or no?
We don't know yet for Oscars.
Okay.
The Golden Globes and more so the Critics' Choice Awards are known to determine the Oscars nominees the most.
Got it.
So we'll see. But basically, we're coming down to the final stretch of awards nominations, at least announced. And because we just kicked off the season, so we'll find out what the nominees are. I assume she will be nominated. People have noted Barbie didn't win too big at the Golden Globes, which might just be people.
I think Billy's going to win for that song.
Oh, she's a shoo-in for the song. She's going to have 2 Oscars, which is insane.
Deserved.
For this song.
Oh.
I didn't like the other one she won for as much.
True, yeah.
I mean, she's got a ton of Grammys already, too. As far as the theme, What Was I Made For, is absolutely deserving.
Did you see her interview with Phineas where they were talking about the vocal delivery of the song and how it's difficult for her to actually perform it because the way that she sings it and it's in like a very high
it is.
tone.
Mhm.
And then she was giving examples of like, oh, I'm not going to sing it like this and like this. It was actually really cool
Yeah.
to see her go through the different. She kind of sang it like deeper, and I
Mhm.
was like, oh, that not ruined the song, but like totally took away the
vulnerability
emotion.
of it.
Yeah.
She has a very technically talented voice that you kind of take for granted because she can often quote unquote whisper, but actually it's very hard to replicate the kind of effect of her voice that she does. And when she wants to, she does belt. So it's like she's very, I think, talented as a vocalist in a way that people kind of don't always see because it's soft spoken a lot, but she can also go off.
Go off, queen.
Go off, queen. She deserves. Yeah, and also
Billy, yes.
Yeah, she was. What was I slayed for?
Gypsy Rose's mother in heaven.
No. Jail, prison, maximum security.
Oh no,
Security. Anyway, we also had some drama at the Golden Globes.
sorry. Oh, did we?
We did.
What happened?
Timothy.
What's going on?
Timothy Chalamet with his date.
Oh,
Her name is Kylie Jenner. I'm not sure
good
what
old
she
Kylie
does.
Jenner. Good old lip kip, honey.
Allegedly, Selena Gomez Marising went over to ask for a photo, and allegedly Kylie said no. And she whispered all that to Taylor Swift, and it got caught on camera. They're denying that that's what she said, but then other people heard her specifically say Timothy. But I did check out at a certain point about this because I've realized that this is all very like high school cafeteria vibes.
It is so
It's
high school
so-
cafeteria. But at the same time, in my own personal opinion, do I think that Selena Gomez said that?
Yes.
Yes. Do I think that Kylie Jenner said no?
Yes.
Do I think that she tried to get the picture? Yes.
Yes.
Do I think that there is a feud between them?
Absolutely.
Absolutely yes.
Yeah.
Do I think that Taylor sat there trying to like subdue her reaction because she knew?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely live for the fantasy of this all, and I'm sure that's all true and valid, and everyone's 14 years old right now. But we have a bigger issue at hand regarding Selena, and that is the wise older woman who is giving her the news and keeping her off social media.
did she fire her?
She is locked up somewhere with a gag in her mouth and praying to be freed, just like Sia in Beyonce's
Trying to
basement.
reset the password.
She's in trouble for sure. I don't know what happened to these assistants and the wise older woman, but they have been taken out of the picture.
Oh, so explain to people what you mean because they may be new to the pod.
So 2 years ago, Selena gave a interview saying that she actually hasn't been on the internet in about 4 years because she has assistants doing all of her posts and that she has an older woman who tells her news updates to keep her informed since she's not on social media. And that is a thing that has haunted me every single day of my life to think about. But I do think that she has sidestepped the assistants, logged in and taken over, gotten into fights, defended her relationship with Benny Blanco,
Announced that she's
leaving,
Come
came
back.
back.
Announced that she's leaving again. Quit again. Commented. Quit. Came back.
And
In
unfortunately,
like 2 weeks.
this is the most relatable thing a celebrity has ever done.
I was gonna say. I was like, it's giving you.
It's giving me. Unfortunately, I'm really. It's also sort of reassuring that, and I've seen this and we've said this about other celebrities, you can be the biggest, most beautiful, popular celebrity in the world.
And that one comment.
That one comment.
That one comment.
Delete your account.
What's the one
return-
comment for you?
Oh, what? Just one. I can't think of just one comment that made me like quit. Nothing did actually make me quit, but I'm trying to think. Do you have one like on top of mind? An insult or something?
There was one, but in hindsight, I think it's kind of funny and like I've leaned into it. But when I was Chucky Finster, the cartoon
Yes.
for Halloween, someone left a comment and said more like chunky.
Jesus.
And I was like, oh my God, it kind of ate me up there.
8.
Blocked.
Blocked an 8.
Yeah. But like, I don't care anymore. And
Yeah.
someone on TikTok, which was new, was like, oh my God, Todd Chrisley, is that you?
Oh.
And I was like, what? I don't see it.
No, I don't really see that.
Right?
Do better.
Yeah, like
Hit
that one was
harder.
kind of like, I was like,
wow, okay.
yeah.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've tussled on the internet, and let's keep it that way. But yeah, somebody did a compilation of all of her "I'm quitting" texts and Instagram captions, and there's like 8 of them.
It's
and
bad.
It's
yeah.
amusing.
You know what? I don't fault her though.
Yeah.
Because social media is addicting.
Of course, and she's still human
that way.
It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire. If you're being told anything about yourself, it still hurts. Yeah,
I've been reading a book.
I've heard of those.
Called Digital Minimalism.
Okay.
You would actually really like it.
I would
Not
benefit.
that I'm saying that
I would
you need
benefit.
to, but it talks about in the beginning of it. It talks about how social media is scientifically designed to be addictive. So I can't fault her.
No,
she's just like us.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how famous you are. It's not great for somebody to dislike you. That is inherently human. Nobody wants to be disliked. Some people can take it better, and some people like to use it as fuel to, fuel their image, but not everybody. And she's certainly not one who's like somebody who maybe like a Lil Nas X who can use that to troll. She's not that kind of girl.
No.
So I see myself in Selena. We're very similar. So she took 50 social media breaks, and I think she's off for now, but then she came back 12 hours later and posted a photo of her holding a Linda Ronstadt book, because this happened too. She's going to be playing her in a bio... hopefully her vocals will be a little better than that, in a biopic about the singer. And I'm hoping... Well, we'll see how they handle the vocals, because I do not see the vocal similarity. I can see the visual. Interesting week for her, for sure.
Yeah.
Lots of highs and lows.
I say just log out, get the album done.
Yeah. Get SG2 out.
Yeah, and just like slay them on the charts.
Do your promo. Say this is your second album ever.
Mm-hmm. Write a song about taking a picture.
Kill them with kindness.
Do you want a picture with me?
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, do that. Lean into your friend Taylor a little bit and use that.
Yeah.
Honestly. She knows how to take a moment from public life and put it in there.
Oh, they're sitting on some big couch with their Stanley Cups writing a song about...
They really are.
Kylie
absolutely
Jenner,
are.
Kylie Jenner told me no, she doesn't want to take a photo with me.
Well, we'll see where this leads, if anywhere, but I'll join you offline, Selena.
That's the thing, though, about like the high school comment is it really does carry out everywhere, like in the workplace, in life. It always manifests differently.
Life will perpetually be high school.
Yes.
And I think you add on to the layer that they often say that when you become super famous, it sort of isolates you into the mindset of when you first broke out into a superstar. And a lot of those people all broke out as kids, basically. So I can see how you would be stunted in a way mentally in that world. But that's getting into psychoanalyzing these people. And I don't know any of them. But I have heard that like when you shoot to superstardom, it sort of stunts you emotionally at that moment. Anyway, that's fun.
I believe it.
Well, speaking
to when we skyrocket in our 50s, be stuck there. Anyway.
Speaking of unhealthy social media.
Unhealthy?
Well,
it can be.
It can be healthy in this instance.
But not in this segment.
Nope.
That we like to call TikTok Talk. Oh.
That's not. Well, from one word to a few words too many, Kelly Osbourne making the rounds for something that the girls have been using, I will say, on Twitter forever, but TikTok finally found this moment.
They did.
This is an incredible moment where Kelly was on The View trying to talk. It was the topic illegal immigrants and Trump and trying to do the wall and all of that. Like, was that generally the vibe of that segment? Because
this was like pre-presidency.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she misspoke royally, trying to make a point against Donald Trump.
Thought she ate.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying that...
The internet has run wild with this, with their own versions, from twinks, of course, twinks, gays getting involved, to K-pop stans, to everything in between.
If you get rid of every white gay with a podcast... then who is going to stream your music, Addison Rae?
That's actually...
I got it bad.
Yes. Oh, That's Not has absolutely skyrocketed, too much to our delight. It is one of our favorites. And, shout out to user Jerry Hadid, who said, this being a classic on Twitter for years and never got old until TikTok got a hold of it and ruined it in less than a week. It's fun right now.
Gen Z is starting to learn what it's like when
Oh, you know what?
the cycle is turning around.
How do you like it?
I saw because like over the holidays, you get like people's family content. I got a lot of TikToks that were like asking my Gen Alpha nephew what's cool and what's not. And Gen Alpha was like eating
they're
these
eating
Gen
up Gen
Zers
Z.
alive. They're like, that's so lame. That's so
Circle
dumb.
Circle of life. That's all I gotta say.
Welcome.
Don't come crying to us.
Nope.
Yes, I definitely loved. Shout out to user James Ryan, who did his version.
If you kick every twink out of this country, who do you think's going to be folding your clothes, Zara?
Oh, that's not.
No, in the sense that.
And I see that one gay that's sitting there dressed to the nines in their Zara outfit or whatever they think is the nines.
In the sense that it's good. It's good.
It never is not funny.
It really is.
Like, I don't know why people are complaining. It's always funny.
It is always funny.
Like, there's just certain things that are always funny, and that's one of them.
I love an earnest mistake.
Stream one word.
Stream one word.
Well, speaking of getting canceled,
yeah,
the Kim Kardashian Hollywood game is officially getting canceled.
I know many of you are shocked that it was even still in the running. Well, let me tell you.
So people are showing like off their lives basically of like the past decade on TikTok. And I would just like to say, as a Britney Spears game player,
yeah, I did play that.
I do have a YouTube series on my YouTube channel where I played it. That shit got shut down in like a year.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have the chance to build my life in that game. It was pulled from me.
It's kind of like real life.
Yeah. Oh my God, isn't that fucking true? So all the Kim K Hollywood users, you had it good for a very long time.
You didn't have it bad like Addison Rae. You got it good. I would like to shout out Creme de la Creme 626 on TikTok, who documented the experience of learning that the game is being shut down. She is, I believe, one of the top 10 users on the game and has this fully like decked out character with all of the glam and a little dog that apparently is mirroring her dog in real life. She's devastated. We need to sit down with the top 10 of players who still play.
Oh my God, Reunion Couch.
Reunion Couch with Kim.
I just don't understand why, like, just keep it up.
I think at a certain point, probably the server costs more than the earnings. That must be it.
Well, Kim Kardashian.
You would think she could just kick over a quick $1 or $2 million.
I saw how much you spent on those Christmas trees.
Hello?
So maybe we could put that towards the servers.
Yeah, let's like make these 10 people happy.
Mm-hmm. Do a little Kim K Hollywood lip kit.
Yeah, just a little lip kit to keep your game going. And while you're at it,
because you know what? They would buy it. That's the thing. If she put out a sparkly lip kit line and called it Kim K Hollywood makeup kit, you know everyone would eat it up.
Yes,
and you could cover the servers.
Kim K Club Penguin. Get it up.
Yeah. They're already buying
Neopets
in the game.
Yeah. So this feels like a needless and devastating crime against these people. So I'm very sorry to see this go. I never played this one personally, but I did play the Britney one, the ripoff.
I did play there's basically the same thing.
Yeah. She was a cute girl.
I had my single. It was called See You in Court.
Yes, I remember that.
It was actually really, honestly, a bop. I was ahead of my time.
A little ahead of your time.
My first song. Truly.
Well, it's also not the silliest thing that people are partaking in right now. You know, back in my day, we had Tamagotchis, we had Furbies, we had
Tickle Me Elmo.
Tickle Me Elmo. Later on, fashion-wise, I guess we had Kate Spade bags, Vera Bradley, Live Strong bracelets, and Old Navy flip-flops. But right now, we've got Stanley Cups. Many of you... Now, I'm sure that the people listening are not engaging in this behavior.
There's someone in their car right now driving.
Their cup is shaking in their hand.
It's like shaking.
It's actually shaking because it's 50 pounds in their hand. Something happened. I knew this was a growing trend that people collect them, which is one thing. But the panic for this one Starbucks limited edition pink cup, actual war flashbacks to grabbing Furbies off the shelves.
Yes.
At least that thing talked and sang. At least I had a parasocial relationship with that. What are you going to do with a cup?
It is wild. And the
It's
collections that people are showing on TikTok.
It's almost like nail color polish, except just Stanley cups against the wall.
This shade is so good.
It's a cup with a straw in it.
It's a cup. It's just a cup.
I don't want to hear anyone complaining about inflation and gas prices when you are spending $45 and literally throwing hands in a Walmart over a translucent pink Stanley cup.
Now, I will say, of course, it is a nice, sturdy, good cup, and I wouldn't fault anyone for having a cup. But 50?
Taste the rainbow.
And I'm not exaggerating, a whole wall of 50 cups. What's happening there? Wow.
Know what one really set me over the edge, though? Did you see the mom telling the story about how her daughter...
kids being bullied for not having the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, so long story short, this woman was sharing that her daughter got a cup. It was not a Stanley, but it had like hearts on it. It was really cute. Went to school, and the other kids who had Stanleys started making fun of her for not having a Stanley. This is why I cannot be a parent.
No, yeah.
Because if my
directly to their door.
First of all, if I found out that my kid was bullying another kid over a Stanley Cup, you are handwriting an apology note. I am walking you over to that house. You are knocking on the front door. You are apologizing to their face, handing them the apology note, and you're apologizing to the parents for bullying another kid.
Absolutely. And you don't get to bring that cup to school.
No.
That goes without saying. And I didn't appreciate that her story ended, although parenting is so hard. I wouldn't know the right thing to do. It is.
Dad.
As a plant dad, I get it. But ultimately her story ended in she bought a Stanley Cup for her daughter just because she didn't want her to endure bullying. And I'm like, I believe the correct lesson, and I'm so sorry to like mother shame, is to have her, first of all, yes, get those fucking kids in trouble, but also she needs the self-confidence to say, but I like my cup.
Yeah.
That's my cup.
My cup is cool.
I'm unique. I'm cool. I'm different. I don't have what everyone else
Because
has.
it is cool to be different.
It is.
Who wants to
that's
fit
the
in
lesson.
with the crowd?
However, she acknowledged that, but she also said, but at the same time, I don't want her bullied. It's just a shame that that's where you're at with, and it's not just the cup. Like that's a classic
It's
bullying
the parents
trope.
too.
Yes, because we've,
let me tell you.
But this,
when I become an uncle,
oh yeah,
it's gonna be like,
uncle incoming.
I'm already an older brother, which is where it comes in.
Yeah, it is. It does always come down to the parenting, but I felt bad for that.
I know.
But yeah, so there was video, there's plenty of footage of people actually throwing elbows and freaking out to get this particular...
It's a 2-cup limit.
Starbucks.
It's a 2-cup limit. Excuse me.
I did live for Casey Musgraves coming on TikTok out of nowhere just to be like, hey, you poor bitches, I got it. It cost like $54,000 now online. Suck it. I do love a troll moment. But yeah, the biggest thing for me is it's not even that nice. Like that actual Starbucks cup that they're fighting over, I think some of the variants that they have on their wall are cooler and nicer. So
the one that Jaclyn Hill has is kind of chic.
Is that?
Oh, and our friend Jake, the one that he has, it's like the really cool white one.
Like
that one's kind of chic.
Right. Like some of them I'm just like, no, this flat out isn't even the nicest one I've seen. And you're fighting over that.
Oh my God, next week we're going to be sitting here with Stanley's.
Apology. Stanley's only.
No, this is a Dunkin' Donuts cup. You guys can't see it, but
well, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a Stanley because it's a nice cup. It's just more like, why are we fighting over this? It's a cup.
There's a lot of things that everyone's fighting over, and I think we should just strive for world peace.
Well, that won't happen. So the next best thing is fighting over something worth fighting over.
You can get a Mason from the hardware store for $3.
Yeah. It's really hard for me to get because there are some collectible things that I get throwing elbows over. Like I don't need to talk about my night that I camped outside of Target for a Furby at 3 a.m. with my mother, but which we didn't actually like camp out there. We woke up at 3 a.m., went to the Target. I will say that. That's about the extent of my stand-up. But again, worth it. They talk to you and they speak a Furbish language. Do Stanley Cups speak Furbish? I don't think so.
Mine melted in the car. Poor thing.
Never had a chance.
No.
But
screeching.
I just don't. It's really hard for me to wrap my mind around this one in particular. Just get a cup. Just get a nice cup. It's always something, though. You know, I think one time it was the Switch. Of course, that makes sense. Nintendo Switch was like, people were fighting over that left and right when that was.
Oh, the Animal Crossing one was.
Animal Crossing limited quality. That, I get it. Anyway, good luck to all of you. Take selfies with your Starbucks cup. The other thing is a lot of people are commenting, like, I walked into my Target and there were plenty of them. I just got one because I wanted one.
Yeah. Like, you can find them if you.
Yeah.
That was like with the Renaissance bucket.
Yes.
Like, where did you get that?
Everyone's tagging us like, where'd you get that?
There were shirts, posters,
there were
buckets, cups.
Loads of them. They were practically giving them away at our theater. I'm so sorry.
Anyway.
Well,
also speaking of TikTok, I'm at it again.
You sure
I did a Salt Lake City mega mix.
Boy, did you.
I gave y'all a production. This
did.
is a Billboard Medley Award performance. Like, I literally pictured in my brain if the cast of Salt Lake City were doing the 2016 Billboard Music Award medley that Britney did, what would it sound like? And this is that.
Yeah. This is one of your magnum opuses.
The instrumental is beautiful.
It is.
I used a little sample from the show's audio, which is like that choral, like, ha, 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 ha. It's beautiful.
It's damning. It's epic.
The rumor sample.
The rumors.
Which.
Nastiness.
So my goal was to do like 4 TikTok sounds in one magnum opus.
Yes.
I tried to be strategic. I
think you did.
Trying to play these algorithms, girl.
I think you did it.
I did Meredith Marks' rumors sample. She saw it, loved it, went out and about in West Hollywood.
Performed it.
It's literally Britney at Splash Tees.
Yes.
I said to somebody, this is in the bathtub and out all night, basically. But she performed it. Shout out to Brat WeHo, which is it's a party at the Revolver, in LA. Shout out to Nyx, the drag queen.
Yes.
That sent me a video of this. And also Brooks Marks DM'd me and was like, I'm obsessed with this.
Literal mother.
Yeah.
He commented mother on the Renaissance painting screenshot of her. And I thought that was so funny because it literally is mother.
Oh, it's just so fun.
She mothered so hard. This was like the ultimate validation, but then also it's gone other places. Like screenshots part of it too, I think is having a moment as well. But your moments from the big production are taking off.
And then Johnny Sibley did a TikTok and was like, when you're a millennial making TikToks, and it's the part where it's like, you old fucking piece of shit part, which that part was really funny too.
I appreciated that.
Because there's literally 4 sounds in one.
Mm-hmm.
So
very, very good job. Well done.
You've
outdone yourself yet again. And we also just get another Countess moment, I believe. Didn't she once again keep on serving?
Oh, yes. She was playing
on the beach in Mexico.
Playing volleyball. And she was serving the volleyball. And she used keep on serving as the audio.
Smart.
Camp.
Oh, she injected herself into a lot in pop culture this week, actually. We'll get to it. But yeah, she keeps on serving that and not serving you cease and desists for once. So that's
Thank
good.
God.
We're on a good path with that. But at this point, the Salt Lake City girls have plenty to work with from you.
They are superior.
And I do just want to give a shout out because we haven't formally addressed the brilliance of that episode and that moment.
The sound editing, the video editing is
Emmys
brilliant.
Galore.
But actually though,
I do genuinely think and hope they get Emmys for that.
As a reality TV fan over the past 20 years.
Yes.
This is truly one of the funniest episodes that I've ever watched.
Yeah.
It is, even if you don't watch the show.
And I don't, and I watched it and it's gripping.
Yeah.
Just incredible. All you really need to know is vaguely the story of Jen Shah, which blew up outside of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And to know that there was a shit-talking gossip account about all of the women, which happens on every franchise. I mean, it's juicier, of course, if you have the whole build-up. But Monica...
It's so meta, too. Finally, troll
Finally, a troll is on the main cast.
Involved in actual drama.
Nobody's safe.
No. She ate them up.
It's just masterful. And so many comments were like, I've never seen this show, but this is amazing.
Yeah. Riveting. Emmys. If you work on the team that produced this, you need an Emmy.
Job well done.
You have an Emmy. You have an Oscar in my eyes.
And I also think because this is so big and celebrated, it might even convince the girls to film with Monica in a way that they probably weren't willing to until this very moment.
They would never say it publicly, but
they're living.
I'm going to say it. Monica saved Salt Lake City because seasons 1 and season 2 are phenomenal.
Yes.
And they really had to slip up with season 3.
Right. A season of healing.
Yes. And then Monica, literally in episode 1, when she's like, oh yeah, I fucked my brother-in-law.
Oh, right.
And it was like at the first dinner.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay.
From
she
that
was
to
right
getting
out of the
Jen
gate.
Shah into prison, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
So they might say that they're all
not gonna film.
banding together against her, but I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We need a follow-up.
We do.
Even if she trickles out like mid-season, there still needs to be some kind of a... Because the way she just sat there and handled all of them coming at her.
Yeah.
Just...
Masterful. It's like a Jedi master just like deflecting everything. It was wonderful. Well,
old fucking piece of shit, leather, rubbery Donald Trump fan.
I mean, that's right up there with
just
Porsche fashion show piece of shit. Like that is right up there.
Just cleared her.
And because I don't follow the show, I don't fully know, but a lot of people were saying it was sort of justice for Meredith in some ways because they were blaming her for things that didn't, or I don't know what the story was, but was it also sort of redemptive for Meredith?
Yeah, because the account was like getting involved.
Yeah.
And was new things that were going on.
Yeah.
So everyone was kind of like wondering like who is running their mouth behind our backs. Meredith. And no one was thinking that it was Monica. And turns out
it's not true exactly.
Because there were like DMs happening. And so everyone's like, wait, is that Meredith doing it? Is Meredith, behind our backs?
Wow.
Monica, you were in my store. They're on the security footage. When she just yelled at her in literally a one-word sentence.
Yes.
You were on the security footage. Security. I would like her to leave. I'm the hostess of the dinner.
I've also seen a lot of people say they feel bad because Miami is actually on fire right now, but it's been overshadowed.
Yes.
That in any normal circumstance, Miami would be taking the crown right now, but Salt Lake is just killing.
I stand by my opinion. I've held this for years. They need to cut down on the amount that are airing at the same time.
Yep.
Focus on 2 a quarter.
Yep.
That way they can get the attention that they deserve.
Absolutely agree.
But what do I know? Anyway, bravo to everyone.
Literally bravo.
Well, before we get into some new music, there's been some old music that has had some redemption recently. I would like to give a shout out to the song 3 Strikes by Terra Jr. that is now going viral on TikTok again. And the producers have shown the streaming numbers, and it is on a skyrocketing climb. And if you are a Patreon supporter and you listen to 31 Days of Bops, we may have gotten the justice that we called for.
I don't want to say it directly impacted, but it seems that way. Between that and Kelly Osbourne, if one word starts peaking, clearly we've done our job.
Oh my God, should I do a one word, that's not mashup to help it go viral?
Oh my God.
Should I try to do that?
That actually is really
And then
good.
I could have like the impact and it could finally chart.
In the sense that one word. Okay.
I'll
Add
think
it to
about
the
it.
idea diary. Yes.
But yeah, wanted to shout this out. Also, the producer, the guy that's in Terra Jr., followed me on Instagram.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, oh my God, you're amazing.
Nice.
But yeah, shout out to them.
Yes, and we will also have to shout out, this all happened literally as soon as we stopped for a few weeks. The movie Saltburn has become a hit. And in one of the memorable scenes, there is a song from Sophie Ellis-Bextor, Murder on the Dance Floor. The Dance Floor specifically came out 22 to 3 years ago. Was a hit, is very well known. A new generation has discovered it, and it has completely
everywhere
taken over. Everyone uses it as their background song on TikTok. I went to the club in Miami, they were playing it.
She's performing in France, I think, when I'm there.
Oh, you should definitely go see her.
I think I'm going to.
Oh my God. Love Sophie Ellis-Bextor. I've talked about her a lot on the pod, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, she has always been consistently great. It is kind of weird. It's like people discovering Waiting for Tonight. It's sort of like, oh, you didn't know that song. That's kind of crazy. Whatever.
It's generational.
It's generational. So I took that opportunity to promote some of her other amazing songs online, obviously. And I did a history lesson that went a little viral on Twitter and Instagram, whatever. Because I was thinking of bullying Victoria Beckham, I was reminded of their chart feud in 2000, which is legendary. And I feel like the US did not experience this. Those who did know about this legendary chart battle when both of them were going solo at the same time. Sophie was the member of a band called The Audience. Victoria was about to do that post Spice Girls. So she did Out of Your Mind. Victoria was promoting with David, doing signings and stuff. The media was blasting the shit out of this and making it like a diva versus diva thing.
Britney versus Christina.
Britney versus Christina. They were calling it posh versus posher. Because,
not that.
Because Sophie is known for being very posh and the way she like the dance floor, like that's her whole vibe.
But on the dance floor.
Yes. Sophie was delivering the most legendary, shady quotes to the press during the week, just like, Victoria really needs this a lot more than me. Like, she was very just like, oh, I see that she's bringing out David to her signings. My boyfriend.
Another little Gucci black dress.
Yes.
Reductive.
And in the final hour, she pulled away and got that number one and blocked Victoria from number one. And now Victoria is the only girl who didn't get a number one of the solo Spices, which she deserves, obviously, for Let Your Head Go.
Well, let's make that happen.
We do need to make
We
that
can put it on streaming, and then it'll get a sync placement.
Put it in a movie.
In some kind of show.
Yeah.
The next season of Chucky.
Yes. Honestly, it would be beautiful. But it was a real moment at that time. And that was the time we forget Victoria was inescapable. She was huge. The relationship with David Beckham, like they were the it couple then. So she got squashed, which number two is not exactly being squashed, but
no, we experienced that with Blackout.
Exactly. In the press, it was considered like flop. And then Sophie rubbed it in by appearing at a radio show wearing a shirt for Peckham instead of Beckham. It said Peckham. And she was like, rest up, Victoria. She must be knackered. She just really ate her up.
Drag her in by her hair.
She really did. A lot have changed. Allegedly, they kissed and made up a year later on a show called CDUK, but I do love it. And they did have a showdown.
If it's playful, it can be helpful for both to get.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
A bit Barbenheimer, a little bit. And then a few years later, they did have another chart battle, and Victoria won that one with Let Your Head Go.
As she deserved.
She had the better song there. She did not have the better song in this one. The right song won because Out of Your Mind is a little challenging, I find. It's not my favorite Victoria song. She says, this tune's going to punish you. And that is exactly what that song is.
Hey, everyone has a flop.
Yeah. Yeah. And she would go on to record an album that never was.
Ugh. Watch that's their announcement.
I mean, I would
Spice Girls are going to be like, oh, we're all here to celebrate. Let Your Head Go on streaming.
I mean, that would be better than the holograms. Anyway.
Well, in new music news.
Yeah, there was some new music. We're kicking off.
We have some dance bops. Inna is back with David Puentes. The song is called The Love. She never misses. She is interpolating Cascada in this.
Every Time We Touch.
Bop.
It's a big day for European LGBTs on this one.
It really is. She's going to be in New York in April.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see her.
We're going to go.
Yeah, she never misses. She releases a song every single week, and I'm sorry, they're all pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Love, and from The Love, we're going to go deep in your love.
With BB.
BB Rexa.
Is it Alok?
I think Alok.
Mm-hmm. Another dance, like...
I'm so sorry that she's reliably great. So sorry to everyone. Too short, yes, but
it is, but that kind of feels to me like the new rollout is like the short song comes out first.
Yeah.
And then on week 2, you get extended.
Yeah.
On week 3, you get a remix.
Yeah.
Week 4, you get a remix. And then it all builds itself. That is kind of my observation.
I agree. I don't really feel like it ends at the first 2-minute song anymore. So we'll see what they do with it. But yeah, great.
It's called, I was listening to someone on YouTube. It's called Waterfall.
Capitalism. Oh.
Well, that too.
Waterfall marketing.
I think it's called Waterfall It's something, waterfall strategy. where you start with the shortest thing first, and then over a 5 to 6 week period, you add on to the single.
Makes sense.
And then it's a collective EP.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's kind of smart.
Yeah, but
I'm Coming Down Your Chimney extended next year.
There we go. I mean, do it.
I wrote a rap to it.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, see you guys in December.
See you in December.
Or November. I don't know when. I have to find someone to do it. Also, Joel Corey is out with a remix of Hey DJ, the DJ Heartbreak Trance mix.
Trance is so in right now.
Also, Hey DJ, the song is just so good. So check that out.
Yeah, the girls are just beginning. Now, we did have that long Christmas stretch where it was like all Christmas songs and Jack Harlow in the top 10. But we're starting to see the first releases of 2024. And I have to say they're exciting so far, in my opinion. I'm excited.
It's been a strong start.
I think so.
The girls just came back.
I think so. I think there's been a lot of criticism online, but who cares about that because I'm enjoying it.
Exactly. You're having fun.
We're having fun. What happened to fun?
Are you not entertained?
I did think that the Ava song would come out this week, and I was surprised it didn't. But we do have Ava and Kygo coming, which is kind of your dream team. Whatever. Incoming.
The true
interpolating Shakira whenever, wherever.
Can I say something here? Yes, it's like dream collab. I also feel, because he kind of cycles where it's like he does the pop girlies, then he does like his kind of emotional male vocal era, which is also good. But I feel like he's doing a pop girly album with this and going back mainstream because he used like a lot of the tweets in the teaser that were like, I miss old Kygo, blah, blah, blah. And so I think he's going to give us a pop record this year. And I will just say, you've seen me at a Kygo show.
Yes.
It is truly the happiest that I am when I'm like at those shows.
Yes,
I am
agree.
A whole different person at a Kygo show.
You really need to go to Miami because I feel like the vibe is very EDM Miami, but that's another story. Yes, I agree with you.
But his shows are different. Like, it was different than John Summit. It was different than seeing Martin Garrix. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my God.
I think you're going to get your wish for sure. I'm pretty sure anyway.
I could see him working with BB, Ava, who else? Oh my God, Addison. Like,
you never know.
I can't wait. Wherever he's doing, he needs to do a tour around the world, not this Vegas residency thing.
Yeah.
But I think he is going to do it because he teased it. I always pay attention to the captions. Getting ready to take this around the world.
Oh my God, you're like a Swiftie with Kygo. You're like, he tweeted it at 12:05. That means the album's coming December 5th.
Okay, but I'm paying attention. And that's why when like Katie comes back this year, I'm going to be like, I told you also because I paid attention to the end of her last video.
Yeah. I mean, she's been pretty direct.
Yeah.
She's like, KP7 is coming or whatever.
Anyway, I'm really excited and see you there.
See you there. Well, this will be a very good EDM for you. Now we do have the comeback, featuring the comeback, a very legendary comeback in the form of Jesus Christ. Lil Nas X is kicking off his new era with J. Christ, including a very over-the-top promotion.
What was
campaign. That? He hired celebrity impersonators. Taylor Swift. Was that Jay Jolie? I don't think that was.
No.
Yeah. The Mariah Carey.
And it wasn't Ashley.
Right. Mariah Carey impersonator, Obama, Kanye. I saw so many more. Ed Sheeran. Had them appear in the video and at this fake red carpet premiere. Well, I guess that's real. For the night of the release. For this song, which has religious imagery and obviously is called J. Christ. He did that Transformers video of him on a cross that transformed into like a Transformers mecha thing. Yeah. So what do we think of this campaign?
There are elements of the song that I find quite catchy.
Yeah. I think the song's fine.
I like the video elements of it.
Elements of the video.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of confused. It's like, why? I don't understand the intention of like trolling the right wing transphobes and homophobes with guns and like, I don't know. It almost feels like just why to me.
Well, I think the why is sort of obvious in the sense of they're the easiest bait. If you're going to get any population mad, it's them, and it's so easy to do. So I feel like he wanted to really cast a wide net by doing the most obvious thing. In my opinion, like religious imagery can be the most obvious sort of route to go for controversy. I think my bigger issue is we sort of were there already with him because he did the devil's lap dance. And I loved it.
In the video when he comes down the pole.
Oh yeah, it was like part 2. It was like there
he did
again.
That, right?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I was having a little moment where I was like, wait, I'm having deja vu.
I sort of just feel, I guess, we're continuing the narrative right abruptly, but like I would say visit that in 5 years. I wouldn't say your next album. I prefer a bigger visual jump from album to album. I am an eras girl. I like big changes between.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you have like a trilogy or something, that's cool. To already be revisiting that was like, well, okay. I think I was sort of just like let down by that because I was like, we kind of just did this.
Yeah.
So that's my big thing. I really don't care if it's religious. I don't care if it's, mockery of God, whatever that. I'm more like, oh, we kind of just did that theme. And now you're just like leaning in more again. I'm like, especially because he's so creative, so great at what he does that I was like, you kind of didn't need it for this one.
It also felt like like you said, too easy.
Yeah. I don't know. The music video is like a visual like extravaganza. There's so much CGI and design.
I wish he kind of leaned into more of the Transformer.
Yeah, even that
model that he did. Like, because what I really like that he does is he really plays off the contrast of masc and femme.
Yeah.
In a way that I think is really interesting and also smart because he is obviously like very masculine presenting and then he does like the feminine attire and the cheerleader outfits and like he plays off of the idea of masculinity and femininity in a way. And then the Transformer I thought was also kind of in a way like a Joanne hat for him. Like the way that he started it at the Met Gala with like that one costume.
Oh, that's true, right?
And then transformed into that big gold, almost like a superhero.
Yeah,
I almost wish he went more in that direction versus like just doing blasphemy.
Yeah, and also
I just don't like guns.
Oh, well, there's that. But I feel like blasphemy is something we've seen our faves do a lot. Obviously, it always gets like, the Pope had it out for Madonna. Like it gets like very riled up. It depends on like how artistic your message is, I suppose. Is it worth it to go to that route? I generally find it a little boring, but
yeah,
because I think of the video for what was it? That's What I Want, where he was on the football team and then making out in the locker room. Is that the video was for? That was so exciting and sexy and subversive and cool. That felt very much like the pop star I would have loved to have seen when I was growing up. This is a little bit more just kind of whatever for me. It's almost so over the top that I'm kind of not fazed by it. And I will always hate a celebrity impersonator moment, in my opinion. I feel like you're taking somebody's agent. I'm getting too serious about it, but like it's almost like AI and having them do things they wouldn't normally do.
It's like the Kanye video.
It's like the Kanye video.
It kind of felt like that.
Yeah, like don't represent people that they didn't sign up for that. The impersonators are one thing because they're performing their songs and stuff, but not that they had them do anything too crazy in this instance.
It was silly.
It was silly.
But it also didn't fit the song. I was like,
and it's a cheap gimmick to have people be like, what do you mean Kanye's at the premiere? Like, and then you look and it's not actually him. It's just like, I don't know that we need to do all of this. And I'm absolutely rooting for him. And I think he's talented and he has tons of vision because I know you can see that like he has all these ideas.
Yeah.
It was a lot for this one. And I don't know that it's super successful. And he was a bit overshadowed by some releases on the same day.
Yeah.
That didn't have to quite do the most to do that necessarily. But I'm still really rooting for him. And I mean, this isn't like a huge failure by any means. I think it might still be big.
It's the first single. So
I think it'll still be big because the song itself is fine. I enjoyed watching it. It's not like it didn't put me off either. I was just like, it's a lot.
I like what he did with the cheerleader outfits.
Yeah, me too.
To me, that like looking at all the over the top visuals, the ones that stood out to me were like the Transformer.
Yeah.
And how he represented the trans flag on the cheerleader costumes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is smart. Like you're sending such a huge message by saying like, I'm a cheerleader and like we're rooting for, like, you know what I'm saying? It's
and at the same time, got to give him props for being this very big maximalist pop star who wants to do the most. Like, we don't get a lot of that. His existence is controversial by definition already.
Yes.
So I don't need him to lean into it that much extra. He is subversive being who he is already. I think it really clicked with That's What I Want in that video. I was just like, just be a cool gay pop star is enough. Yeah, you don't have to do so much. So I don't know. He likes trolling. What can I say?
I also liked the video with the Queen impersonator. Was that was funny.
Right. I mean, he's got a great sense of humor for sure. Whatever. He's just gonna come up with more stunts and trolls and stuff, and it'll be fine. I think it'd be fine if it wasn't also invoking the Lord, because then you get into like, I mean, the number one stands of God definitely don't back down. So it's just, so that's here. J. Christ is here. I don't dislike the song either. It's not a huge leap from sonically.
No.
Where we're at. That's one release.
Thank you. Next. The ponytail is back.
The pint size pop powerhouse ponytail haver, bikini bottom visitor.
Slay!
Ari is back with the results of her late fall winter studio sessions right here in New York City with Max Martin and Ilya, the dream team. Into You. I mean, Max has actually worked with her pretty much the whole way of her career, but Into You. Oh my God, what else? God Is a Woman. Like all of her big moments. A lot of her big moments with Max. And this is the latest moment.
I was shocked over the break when she was like, "Oh, it's coming," and I was like,
"And
like,
it's coming soon,
next week."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she decided to be one of the first to.
She knew we were coming back.
Swim in the Mother Lake, and she wanted to give them something to talk about right at the beginning of the year. Yes, and which basically is the sonic version of that GIF of her being like, "And what about it?" on the red carpet.
Literally, though.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I ended up staying up and writing about it for 2 hours for my site because I was inspired. I have a lot of thoughts about it. First of all, I am into it, to say the least. Yeah. And I will also say I'm not an Arianator. Not that I dislike her, but I don't go hard for her by any means. Have found after I've stand out for this song, I'm like, oh, she actually has quite a few songs that I do love that I forget.
Yeah.
Like certainly Dangerous Woman era.
Thinking About You.
Yeah. Oof. Touch It. All of that. But basically, I guess my grand summary is I didn't see this coming exactly because we've been in a season of which she's been in her mid-tempo R&B, trap pop bag for quite a minute now, with some big bangers sort of along the way. But I kind of thought she would stay in that lane.
Same.
Instead, what we got was an homage to an era of dance pop music from specifically the early 90s. Originally, the girls were like, "It's Vogue, it's coming, it's Vogue." And I could see why they said that. I wrote about this online. But really what it's referencing, in my opinion, is like Shep Pettibone, who produced Vogue, but also remixed a ton of our favorite girls of the era and did a lot of erotica and is responsible for a very specific sound that people attribute to Vogue a lot. Not solely responsible for the sound, to be clear, but helped usher in that sound on the radio. So I think I definitely hear Vogue, but it's not like it's a sample of Vogue. It's just like of the spirit. It's that free yourself on the dance floor, euphoric.
You can hear the influence of it.
You can hear. If anything, like in the way that Break My Soul was more like Robin S. Show Me Love, but also Vogue in its sort of, and in the Queen's remix. Like this is not specifically just that song. I hear like Up Down Sweet, Deeper and Deeper. Like I hear Madonna in general in this production from Max. It's definitely a love letter to that era. Also Whitney, Janet, Mariah, early. It's that sound period for sure, which I love, obviously. And she loves. She is the sister of Frankie Grande. Somebody did a great tweet that was like, she is the ultimate representation of like pop star with gay brother.
Yeah, actually, though, I also love the tweet that was like when she went to Renaissance World Tour. It was like she was there with pen and notes. Yeah.
What makes Frankie jump?
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. But at the same time, it is very Ariana of the moment because she isn't belting. Some people are mad about that. I'm not.
Me neither.
She's still sort of in her chill vocal delivery bag. Basically, and perhaps most controversially, this is a response to people who have something to say about her relationships, her whirlwind divorce turned romance with SpongeBob SquarePants actor Ethan Slater and future co-star in Wicked, which is classic Hollywood drama to be like dating your co-star, and the timelines are very interestingly overlapped with your former and current partners. And I do think a lot of people are holding grudges. I think it has less to do with the actual song than what they think of the person, which is valid.
Oh, they are.
But when I'm talking about the song, I'm not thinking really about like the Ariana moral of that.
Did you see Joe from Good Children podcast?
Yes, I did.
Which shout out to the Good Children podcast,
I saw.
by the way. He posted an Instagram story. It was like something to the effect of like, a lot of people have a lot to say about Ariana Grande. And then it was a link sticker to just Indeed.com.
Yes, I saw that. And then it was like, you don't know that lady.
Yeah, it was like, you don't know that lady. I'm just like, Indeed.com.
I find it very interesting. I think we talked about it on the Discord for a little bit. The way that people pick and choose who to be mad at about affairs and alleged affairs, really, and who's right in these romances.
Facts.
Some of our faves have had blurry timelines with their own romances that nobody likes to bring up. And
we're
also,
all human.
Also, it is, and I am not saying it's good or right. To be clear, I'm not condoning that behavior by any means, but I will also say it is very classically Hollywood.
Yeah.
A time, like it's legendary. All these famous, the golden age of Hollywood, everyone's affairs with everyone. It's not new. It's not surprising. Anyway, so she decided to respond with the phrase yes and, which not only an improv phrase, but a very Cavanti, I will not be taking
it's
any
fucking
questions.
Brilliant.
Yes, I know.
Like the way, because I was shocked because in my mind, I'm thinking she's just going to lay low all year, get to the Wicked press tour, only focus on Wicked. I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, how do you even address this?
Right.
Because you know that people are going to be perched. It's going to be the first question that they're going to try to throw at you.
Yeah.
And for her to come out with this, and if you just read the lyrics, it is so Cavanti. It is so sassy. It is so just fucking brilliant.
It's extremely Ariana in the way that she, does very like Instagram caption / text style phrasing.
You
say
up.
That shit with your chest. You up. Yeah. Just that.
Say that shit with your chest. Cavant.
And
go off, Miss Ponytail. I don't care if it's moral or what.
It is funny. I posted my review and all of the responses were like, wow, she makes a banger and all you just suddenly lose your morals, or just like,
I have my morals. I don't need to like look up to a pop star.
Exactly.
To,
and
like,
I think
define my morals.
You're all fucking delusional if you think celebrities are any higher morally than us.
I want
as far
to be
as what
entertained.
they do.
That's an entertainer.
There's a big illusion that a lot of you are buying into with celebrities in general, and what they do behind the scenes you don't even see.
Yeah.
We don't know these people.
No.
And how they got there might not be so morally righteous. Anyway.
How you got here.
How I got here. How I got the Uber here. No. I just don't even.
I know some people. Well, anyway.
Fucked their way to the middle. But
I can't even fuck my way to the bottom.
You are the bottom. I don't like to think too much about that shit because we don't even know these people. We just don't.
No.
You have all the right to pick and choose your battles about who you think is a good person or not, or whether you buy their art and stuff like that. And we see that all the time. As far as the song itself, I'm so sorry, but I think it goes off.
It is a song. Like, she gave us a song.
3:36, I think, 35.
An extended intro.
I saw complaints about the intro, and I'm like, what? We have zapped our attention span to the point where you're mad about this like 14-second intro or whatever it is. I cannot believe it. I think that's
it's a
very
dance
Vogue
song.
That intro reminds me of Vogue a lot too.
And Mariah.
And Mariah. Yes, Mariah remixes, David Morales, like that kind of stuff. yes, a full song with a bridge. People are mad that she sounds tired. I'm like,
Where? I also love the little robotic, like very subtle, like
the effect on the
my
bridge.
mind is mine. What's yours is yours. Oh,
The bridge is so pussy bitch. She's just
so pussy. It's like
she's just like, I'm anointed and blessed, and I take care of my energy. I can't say the same for you.
because she's telling everyone to go fuck themselves.
Yes.
In like the sweetest, daintiest. She's literally like, I don't give a shit what you say.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck your opinions. Fuck what you have to say about me. I don't care. I'm gonna ride whoever's dick I want, married or not. Fuck you. But she says it like this. Oh,
It's
stole your
too
man. Oh
much.
no. And what?
And
what
what?
are you gonna do about it? I hope that you have a beautiful day. You dumb fucking old leathery rubbery bitch. It's literally
Those
like,
were the deleted
yes,
lyrics.
And
It's
reality
so
Von
true.
Teese.
It's so true. And it's not
Ariana's not who she says she is. New lyric.
new lyric. And it also at the beginning is sort of like, just as a reminder, everyone's tired and going through something that you don't know about. That beginning section was also very like, I thought it isn't all just like sassy. It's also like, hey, just as a reminder, you don't know me or you don't know the people.
Because it's true.
Yeah, it's true. And she also said, no comments on my body. The other part of this song is
Oh, yeah.
the rampant discussion / concern or faux concern about her body in recent years. So she hit that at the same time. It was, don't comment on my body. Who cares whose dick I ride, in a 1-2 punch.
She literally commented on everything.
Yes.
In a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that is pop star.
Yes.
You know,
I think so.
I think about like, Why Should I Be Sad by Britney.
Yeah.
It's like, here is an addressing of a situation
Yeah.
in song form.
Yeah.
Take it or don't.
And I don't call her a villain, but I love a villain in pop. I love anybody who's not, I don't need perfection. I don't think a lot of people in my life live perfect, holy lives.
No, absolutely not.
And I'm not trying to like, what is it called? Lift up this behavior as good or alleged behavior, whatever. I'm just like, sorry, this is a bop.
Yeah, literally.
And the accompanying music video, inspired by Miss Paula Abdul, Cold Hearted.
Paula finally getting her flowers.
Paula getting her flowers.
Deserved. Also, too, she's also playing into the fact that like I saw the tweet mentioning the shoes, which is like the theater shoe.
Yes, the theater shoe.
So she's like playing into that. And then even the space is very like auditioning for a role, which is like she's going to be in Wicked.
Yeah.
So it's self-referencing.
It was done in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Gowanus, I think. Yeah.
The statues that are in the
All her
poses
eras.
of her album are
Which pissed off
self-referencing.
other pop stars who have eras because they're not the first to invent an era.
God.
Yes, the self-referencing I loved. The self-awareness of the critics walking in being like, oh, she's just making fucking makeup and, you know, all that stuff. I
Jenna
loved it.
Lyons.
Yeah, Jenna
One
Lyons
looks like
eating.
Jenna Lyons. I feel like they probably intended that
Maybe.
because they were trying to make it look like a fashion
Yeah,
show type of thing.
for sure. And just like tight, good choreography that is appropriate for her because we know she's not Janet, but she also is a theater girl and can move to some degree.
Slick.
Good.
The one with the leg up and then the hand.
the
bitch.
hand of the leg. Like that is how you do it for somebody who isn't, say, Janet or Tinashe. Like you can still be Kavanti in subtle manner. Honestly, more Kylie than anything. Like
Yeah.
that's very like work with it, and it can still be like very memorable. I thought she just did a fantastic job with it. Honestly, she loves a stairwell. She loves staircase.
She does.
She loves stairs.
Self-reference.
Yeah, thought it was great. Paula saw it, posted it.
Yeah.
Was thankful for it. Yeah, she very much was like, and she's a stan from the very beginning of the pop queens, but like you're giving homages to Madonna, Paula, Janet, Whitney, Mariah, whoever else in this music.
The video is also very the discussion we're having right now.
Yes.
Where we're talking about her personal life
Mm-hmm.
and then she comes out with a banger and we're the ones leaving the door being like, oh my God, it's so good. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Yeah. It's very that. Yeah. I think this has been executed brilliantly. And then I was really shocked because I posted my thing at 2 a.m., went to bed and woke up to a lot of responses being like, the song is mid. What are you talking about? And like, way to condone this sort of behavior. She's a bad person. And I was like, oh, I did not expect that, actually. I guess I did to a degree, but I thought this was going to be an obvious instant banger, and maybe it still will be a hit, but I was like, oh.
Well, you want to know what? I think this is a very interesting case study with criticism online and streaming numbers.
Right.
Because she's number one on the Spotify streaming, and like she's at the top by a landslide. The girls in second place are like nowhere near the streams.
Yep.
So I think as loud as critics want to be online, the numbers are the numbers. And everyone that has texted me about it is like, oh, I'm kind of obsessed.
I mean, yeah. Exactly.
And they're shocked that they're obsessed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, wait a minute. I can't stop listening. Yes, and for me, it was an obvious instant hit from the first play. And I said, oh, fuck, because I was kind of like, I don't know if I'll like it. And then I played it and I was like, well, damn, can't deny this. I was expecting
Yeah. And she's also, in my opinion, and I thought I was going crazy, I felt like she's enunciating a little better because of her Wicked training. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I think the running joke is you can't understand anything she says, which is true to a degree, but I also think, I mean, she's saying yes instead of yeah. Isn't that an improvement? But
did she say yeah at the end?
She does.
Okay. I was like, wait, that's also Kavan?
Yeah, she was like, just as a reminder.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I think it was really good.
Like you said with the moral stuff, it's like if the music is good and the self-referencing is good and the visuals are good, that's why you're a pop star and not a TED Talk speaker.
Right.
She's not writing Class with the Countess. Okay. She's here to be an entertainer.
Yeah. I don't need my entertainers to be virtuous people. I argue with their politics and their points sometimes and their choices in life, much like the friends and family in my own life. And I feel like sometimes we get to this place where we demand perfection from other people, and especially in like celebrities to a degree that is just insanely irrational and unattainable. I'm not supporting potentially bad choices on her behalf, but I think I'm an adult person who can handle somebody who is not perfect and still
choose whether you want to listen and consume it or not.
Yeah, you have to decide which crimes they've committed, not actual crimes, are too much for you to handle to support them. That's everybody's personal choice. And along the way, you and I have both had different feelings about different stars and their behaviors, and
and it ebbs and flows all the time.
Absolutely. But I'm very interested to see, because she has not yet done promo for this.
I don't think she will. She doesn't need to.
She might not.
With these numbers that she's getting, she doesn't need to at all.
She might not say anything. I could see her being comfortable with Zach Sang. That's her friend. Yeah. So might be that. I don't know. Again, she doesn't need to. And Wicked is coming. And that it'd have to adhere to a bit more of a very PR
popular. Oh, wait, is that the right one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She also has the album title allegedly is called Eternal Sunshine, after the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which actually is a blind spot in my cultural awareness. I have not seen that movie.
Never heard of it. Is anyone shocked?
Maybe we should watch it before the album comes out in case it's related in any way. People have pointed out that Eternal Sunshine is also ES, like Ethan Slater, which would not be the first time she's put her men in the music. Could be also a coincidence.
I could see that being intentional.
Yeah.
Wow.
But she certainly seems happy right now. Truly all parts of this are firing on all cylinders for me.
Yep.
The outfit is also great it's a look that you can remember from the music video. I just love it.
She gave us everything that we always ask for. So
yeah, so that is why sometimes I'm a little confused about the feedback. But you know what? I think I said this too. I think Break My Soul also had sort of a weird reaction initially on social media.
Oh yeah.
So whatever.
Any of the popular girls do.
Their stature is so big that nothing could come out that would live up to what people make them in their minds.
Well, actually, on that subject, I would like to come clean here because I have changed course with something as well. I was very shady towards Miss Dua Peep with Houdini.
You were.
And I have to tell you guys something. She's an earworm.
Thank you.
That has been okay, but here I figured out the science of it. Okay. This is my Notes app apology.
Okay.
I would like to apologize to Dua Lipa for being shady about Houdini falling off the charts, because I think it's going to climb.
It is.
And I think that is going to be a spring smash. And the reason why it was not hitting for me is because Dance the Night, the melody was so stuck in my head that when I heard the phrase, watch me as I go, Houdini, and in Dance the Night, she's saying, watch me dance. So whenever I was hearing Houdini, I was hearing watch me dance and not watch me as I go. And so it was like confusing me. But now that Dance the Night is, I mean, I think it's going to have an award show moment. But once she fizzles out, I think that Houdini is going to take its spot. So I think she fired a little too early with Houdini because Dance the Night was such a banger. But
well, I am taking you over to her parents' house with a written letter that you are going to give Miss P.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll write it. It's deserved. I can apologize for my mistakes.
I definitely have always believed in Houdini. However, I believe, and I think it is almost objectively true, that Dance the Night and the Barbie campaign overshadowed this in a way that nobody could have
1000%.
expected. It's a good problem to have in some ways, but it's also a problem.
And the melodies were so simple. The lyrics are the same. So it's like, watch me as I go. Like,
yes.
Do you hear it?
Yes, I can see that.
Mashup incoming, maybe.
I think what happened is, and they were right to think it, they probably wanted to completely replicate the Future Nostalgia strategy. Don't Start Now came out at this exact time in October, November. They just wanted to do that again. Physical in the spring, a few months later. But I just think, especially with like awards contention and stuff.
They should wait for anything else and then push it again.
Yeah.
After the award season.
She's highly exposed, and she's going to be in Argyle, which is this new action movie. And she's going to be like a little femme fatale in that. Like, she has a lot going on. She's very public right now for things that actually aren't this album.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. But yes, I do love Houdini. And there's a new live version out this week. She did a performance of it. Definitely, again, trying to mirror the live Don't Start Now, but nothing touches that.
That is like superior.
So enhanced the song. It was so incredible. But this is, they're trying to, I think, replicate the formula a little bit. And I'm so sorry that you're already too successful right now with Barbie, but that is the case.
It's true.
It's true.
We need one earworm to fall off.
Yes.
So that the next earworm. So I'm apologizing. I will write a hand letter. I will walk over there and I will tell her that I'm sorry she doesn't have a Stanley.
You should bring her a Stanley.
Because I really do think it's going to like climb the charts. Also, speaking of climbing the charts, Tyla, Water.
Yep.
She's taken off.
Yep.
She's been out for a hot minute.
Oh, yeah.
But Tyla's growing.
Oh, yeah. And her timing should hit just right because her album, I believe, is coming in February. So that's actually delightful. Soon. So that's the right timing for that.
She did the waterfall method too. There was like it's almost like an EP that just came out. So it looks like the album dropped this week.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
Right. It's 4 songs.
Yeah.
That came out.
And they're just gonna populate in that every single week.
Yeah. She's doing it well. She performed on The Voice. She got the Karens mad.
Make me sweat. That song is so dirty, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God. She's literally talking about like, do you
Yes.
get it? Like that's what the water is.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Oh.
I love when things
I thought
catch
she was
up
like
for
just
you.
swimming in the ocean. And then I was like, oh no.
Sure it is.
That's not
She's
what that's
just
about.
in the water.
I need to put out my remix of it. It's really good, actually.
Yes, you should. Keep that waterfall going.
Oh.
But yeah, we're very excited for Tyla and excited for Dua, but she just might have to move her album because she's doing too well.
Though,
yeah.
Save it for the summer.
But she's the definition of grower. Like those numbers will keep going. You put it out, maybe it doesn't hit that week and everyone calls it a flop on Stan Twitter, but it gets there.
Who would ever say that?
And
I would never say that. It's the Raven. I would never say that.
Dua is my friend.
Also, it was Christmas music season.
I know.
Also, DJ Play a Christmas Song is like
still slaying.
I'm like ready for Christmas already. I'm ready to come back down the chimney with my tits out.
I'm excited for them to redo it next year, like with maybe a big music video or something. Because
it's just so fucking good.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow. What a fucking comeback.
What a comeback.
And we're not done yet,
no,
girls.
We're not.
Shout out to all of our Patreon supporters. If you would like, we do an after show paired with every main episode. You can be a legend for $5 a month and get access to all of our bonus content, as well as access to our Discord community. Or you can be an icon for $10 a month, get access to our icon live chats where we chat and engage with you guys live on Discord every month. It's basically like a 2-hour bonus episode every single month. Yeah, you can listen to bonus content, or if you just want to support us, you can hop in, you can hop out, you can subscribe, you can pause whenever you want. It's a very flexible service. That's why we love it. And we want to thank you all for joining us for another year 5.
Year 5.
She's a toddler. Is it a toddler?
I don't know. I don't have kids.
I don't know. I haven't played The Sims in a while.
But if I did have a kid, I wouldn't have a fucking Stanley to bully other kids without Stanleys. I'll tell you that much.
Why is everyone so mean?
Well, yes. Yes.
All right, everyone. Yes, and the conversation continues over in the after show. You can find it on Patreon. You can also link your Patreon to Spotify so you can listen in Spotify as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any questions, send us a DM on Patreon and we will get back to you and help you set that up. And until next, oh my God, Kygo and Ava next week.
Yes.
Until then,
we will
see you
soon.